I knew Arkansas Tech had an impressive history,
but I didn't know that my professors would look out for my future.
I knew I'd be throwing fastballs on the field, but I didn't know I'd be on the fast track to physical therapy school.
I knew my art professors had years of experience, but I didn't know that I would get real-world experience before graduation.
I knew Tech was close to home,
but I didn't know it would feel like home.
Tech has one of the highest graduation rates in the state. Come take a tour of campus and discover what else you don't know about Tech.
I knew that Arkansas Tech would help me stand out from the crowd.
But I didn't know I'd be standing out in front of the crowd.
I knew I wanted to be a part of Greek life.
But I didn't know Tech would change my life.
I knew Tech would help me become a leader.
but I didn't know Tech would lead me to graduate school.
I knew my art professors had years of experience, but I didn't know that I would get real-world experience before graduation.
It's easy to see why more than 12,000 students choose Tech. Come take a tour of campus and discover what else you don't know about Tech.
It's on us to stop sexual assault.
In any way that we can.
To get a friend home safe.
To never blame the victim.
It's on us.
To stand up.
To make our community safe for all.
It's on us.
It's on us to look out for each other at parties.
It's on us.
To be more than just a bystander.
To step up and say something.
It's on us, all of us.
To stop sexual assault.
Learn how and take the pledge at itsonus.org.
College students often talk about changing the world after they graduate. We are on a mission to do just that while still in school, applying academic excellence in our chosen areas of study in a range of undergraduate, graduate, and health science fields inspired by Christian values. Then taking those values into the world, equipped and focused on our mission to change it and ourselves for the better. Harding University.
I knew Arkansas Tech had an impressive history,
but I didn't know that my professors would look out for my future.
I knew I'd be throwing fastballs on the field, but I didn't know I'd be on the fast track to physical therapy school.
I knew my art professors had years of experience, but I didn't know that I would get real-world experience before graduation.
I knew Tech was close to home,
but I didn't know it would feel like home.
Tech has one of the highest graduation rates in the state. Come take a tour of campus and discover what else you don't know about Tech.
What makes Henderson a better choice in education? Is it the campus or the buildings? Is it class size or professors with PhDs? Is it the cost, the value? What is it about Henderson?
It's me.
A strong educational foundation from Henderson put Richard Jacobs on the road to becoming a doctor. Today, he's at the forefront of pediatric research and care. Henderson prepares today's students for tomorrow because what counts is what you become. Henderson State University.
Opportunity begins here.
Southeastern Oklahoma State University.
Seize your opportunity. Soar to new heights with our nationally accredited aviation program.
Seize your opportunity.
Southeastern's renowned education program has launched thousands of teaching careers.
Seize your opportunity.
From occupational safety, health, and business to behavioral and natural sciences.
Seize your opportunity.
Southeastern Oklahoma State University.
SC.edu.
Log on now
and seize your opportunity.
Southern Nazarene University was just ranked the best college in the state of Oklahoma by Money Magazine. That's big news, but it's not a surprise to us. Money ranks SNU as one of the top 50 colleges you can actually get into, and in the top 50 most affordable private colleges in the nation. Why travel when Southern Nazarene University is right here in Bethany, Oklahoma? Inspired academic excellence in a success-driven environment. Southern Nazarene University, the best college in Oklahoma.
So, can I see you again?
I'm free on Black Forest Ham Day.
There's a Subway 350 sub of the day to help you remember life's important days.
We got married in June.
On Tuna Day.
Every day a different 350 6-inch sub. Every day of the week. Every sub contains no artificial flavors. At just $3.50, it's a great sub at a great price.
Her name is Terry.
She was born on Sweet
Onion Chicken Teriyaki Day.
The 350 sub of the day. Every day of the week at Subway.
College is my time to find myself and start my future. That's why I chose SWASU. Going up.
15 nationally accredited academic programs and nearly 100 clubs, all for me.
Thanks to this state-of-the-art nursing lab, he'll be better in no time.
And our brand new Pioneer Cellular Event Center for sports, concerts, and cool events.
All for me!
Oh, it's for me, it's for me.
SWASU, the focus is you.
At the University of Arkansas at Monticello, yes you can.
For me, that meant that I could afford to go to college. When I was considering colleges, it was important to find one that my parents and I could afford. So I was happy to find that I could attend the University of Arkansas at Monticello at one of the lowest costs of any four-year college in the state. Affordability, tradition, a great college experience. It all comes together here at UAM.
At the University of Arkansas at Monticello, yes you can.
Enough. Yeah, I'm over it.
We shouldn't need commercials to tell you we're powerful.
No thanks. Genders don't play sports. Athletes do.
Hi, Connor here to show you around SWASU and why we love it here.
Well, your friends are more like family.
I love the sports and concerts at the Pioneer Cellular Event Center and more than 100 clubs.
The small class sizes, 100 fields of study, and a nationally recognized pharmacy college.
Close to OKC, the best place for me.
Come and see for yourself.
The GAC Sports Network welcomes you to the following presentation of the Great American Conference.
I knew Arkansas Tech had an impressive history,
but I didn't know that my professors would look out for my future. I knew I'd be throwing fastballs on the field, but I didn't know I'd be on the fast track to physical therapy school.
I knew my art professors had years of experience, but I didn't know that I would get real-world experience before graduation.
I knew Tech was close to home,
but I didn't know it would feel like home.
Tech has one of the highest graduation rates in the state. Come take a tour of campus and discover what else you don't know about Tech.
I knew that Arkansas Tech would help me stand out from the crowd.
But I didn't know I'd be standing out in front of the crowd.
I knew I wanted to be a part of Greek life.
But I didn't know Tech would change my life.
I knew Tech would help me become a leader.
But I didn't know Tech would lead me to graduate school.
I knew my art professors had years of experience, but I didn't know that I would get real-world experience before graduation.
It's easy to see why more than 12,000 students choose Tech. Come take a tour of campus and discover what else you don't know about Tech.
It's on us to stop sexual assault.
In any way that we can.
To get a friend home safe.
To never blame the victim.
It's on us.
To stand up.
To make our community safe for all.
It's on us.
It's on us to look out for each other at parties.
It's on us.
To be more than just a bystander.
To step up and say something.
It's on us, all of us.
To stop sexual assault.
Learn how and take the pledge at itsonus.org.
College students often talk about changing the world after they graduate. We are on a mission to do just that while still in school, applying academic excellence in our chosen areas of study in a range of undergraduate, graduate, and health science fields inspired by Christian values. Then taking those values into the world, equipped and focused on our mission to change it and ourselves for the better. Harding University.
I knew Arkansas Tech had an impressive history,
but I didn't know that my professors would look out for my future. I knew I'd be throwing fastballs on the field, but I didn't know I'd be on the fast track to physical therapy school.
I knew my art professors had years of experience, but I didn't know that I would get real-world experience before graduation.
I knew Tech was close to home.
But I didn't know it would feel like home.
Tech has one of the highest graduation rates in the state. Come take a tour of campus and discover what else you don't know about Tech.
What makes Henderson a better choice in education? Is it the campus or the buildings? Is it class size or professors with PhDs? Is it the cost, the value? What is it about Henderson? It's me. A strong educational foundation from Henderson put Richard Jacobs on the road to becoming a doctor. Today, he's at the forefront of pediatric research and care. Henderson prepares today's students for tomorrow because what counts is what you become. Henderson State University.
Opportunity begins here.
Southeastern Oklahoma State University.
Seize your opportunity. Soar to new heights with our nationally accredited aviation program.
Seize your opportunity.
Southeastern's renowned education program has launched thousands of teaching careers.
Seize your opportunity.
From occupational safety, health and business to behavioral and natural sciences.
Seize your opportunity.
Southeastern Oklahoma State University.
SC.edu.
Log on now
and seize your opportunity.
Southern Nazarene University was just ranked the best college in the state of Oklahoma by Money Magazine. That's big news, but it's not a surprise to us. Money ranks SNU as one of the top 50 colleges you can actually get into, and in the top 50 most affordable private colleges in the nation. Why travel when Southern Nazarene University is right here in Bethany, Oklahoma? Inspired academic excellence in a success-driven environment. Southern Nazarene University, the best college in Oklahoma.
So, can I see you again?
I'm free on Black Forest Ham Day.
There's a Subway 350 sub of the day to help you remember life's important days.
We got married in June.
On Tuna Day.
Every day a different 350 6-inch sub. every day of the week. Every sub contains no artificial flavors. At just $3.50, it's a great sub at a great price.
Her name is Terry.
She was born on
Sweet onion chicken teriyaki day.
The $3.50 sub of the day, every day of the week at Subway.
College is my time to find myself and start my future. That's why I chose SWASU. Going up.
15 nationally accredited academic programs and nearly 100 clubs, all for me.
Thanks to this state-of-the-art nursing lab, he'll be better in no time.
And our brand new Pioneer Cellular Event Center for sports, concerts, and cool events.
All for me!
Oh, it's for me,
At the University of Arkansas at Monticello, yes you can.
For me, that meant that I could afford to go to college. When I was considering colleges, it was important to find one that my parents and I could afford. So I was happy to find that I could attend the University of Arkansas at Monticello at one of the lowest costs of any four-year college in the state. Affordability, tradition, a great college experience. It all comes together here at UAM.
At the University of Arkansas at Monticello, yes you can.
Enough. Yeah, I'm over it.
We shouldn't need commercials to tell you we're powerful.
No thanks. Genders don't play sports. Athletes do.
Hi, Connor here to show you around SWASU and why we love it here.
Well, your friends are more like family.
I love the sports and concerts at the Pioneer Cellular Event Center and more than 100 clubs.
The small class sizes, 100 fields of study, and a nationally recognized pharmacy college. Close to OKC, the best place for me. Come and see for yourself.
The GAC Sports Network welcomes you to the following presentation of the Great American Conference.
I knew Arkansas Tech had an impressive history,
but I didn't know that my professors would look out for my future. I knew I'd be throwing fastballs on the field, but I didn't know I'd be on the fast track to physical therapy school.
I knew my art professors had years of experience, but I didn't know that I would get real-world experience before graduation.
I knew Tech was close to home,
but I didn't know it would feel like home.
Tech has one of the highest graduation rates in the state. Come take a tour of campus and discover what else you don't know about Tech.
I knew that Arkansas Tech would help me stand out from the crowd.
But I didn't know I'd be standing out in front of the crowd.
I knew I wanted to be a part of Greek life.
But I didn't know Tech would change my life.
I knew Tech would help me become a leader.
But I didn't know Tech would lead me to graduate school.
I knew my art professors had years of experience, but I didn't know that I would get real-world experience before graduation.
It's easy to see why more than 12,000 students choose Tech. Come take a tour of campus and discover what else you don't know about Tech.
It's on us to stop sexual assault.
In any way that we can.
To get a friend home safe.
To never blame the victim.
It's on us.
To stand up.
To make our community safe for all.
It's on us. It's on us to look out for each other at parties.
It's on us.
To be more than just a bystander.
To step up and say something.
It's on us. All of us.
To stop sexual assault.
Learn how and take the pledge at itsonus.org.
College students often talk about changing the world after they graduate. We are on a mission to do just that while still in school, applying academic excellence in our chosen areas of study in a range of undergraduate, graduate, and health science fields inspired by Christian values. Then taking those values into the world, equipped and focused on our mission to change it and ourselves for the better. Harding University.
I knew Arkansas Tech had an impressive history,
but I didn't know that my professors would look out for my future. I knew I'd be throwing fastballs on the field, but I didn't know I'd be on the fast track to physical therapy school.
I knew my art professors had years of experience, but I didn't know that I would get real-world experience before graduation.
I knew Tech was close to home, but I didn't know it would feel like home.
Tech has one of the highest graduation rates in the state. Come take a tour of campus and discover what else you don't know about Tech.
What makes Henderson a better choice in education? Is it the campus or the buildings? Is it class size or professors with PhDs? Is it the cost, the value? What is it about Henderson?
It's me.
A strong educational foundation from Henderson put Richard Jacobs on the road to becoming a doctor. Today, he's at the forefront of pediatric research and care. Henderson prepares today's students for tomorrow, because what counts is what you become. Henderson State University.
Opportunity begins here.
Southeastern Oklahoma State University.
Seize your opportunity. Soar to new heights with our nationally accredited aviation program.
Seize your opportunity.
Southeastern's renowned education program has launched thousands of teaching careers.
Seize your opportunity.
From occupational safety, health, and business to behavioral and natural sciences.
Seize your opportunity.
Southeastern Oklahoma State University.
SC.edu.
Log on now
and seize your opportunity.
Southern Nazarene University was just ranked the best college in the state of Oklahoma by Money Magazine. That's big news, but it's not a surprise to us. Money ranks SNU as one of the top 50 colleges you can actually get into, and in the top 50 most affordable private colleges in the nation. Why travel when Southern Nazarene University is right here in Bethany, Oklahoma? Inspired academic excellence in a success-driven environment. Southern Nazarene University, the best college in Oklahoma.
So, can I see you again?
I'm free on Black Forest Ham Day.
There's a Subway 350 sub of the day to help you remember life's important days.
We got married in June.
On Tuna Day.
Every day a different 356-inch sub. Every day of the week. Every sub contains no artificial flavors. At just $3.50, it's a great sub at a great price.
Her name is Terry.
She was born on Sweet
Onion Chicken Teriyaki Day.
The 350 sub of the day. Every day of the week at Subway.
College is my time to find myself and start my future. That's why I chose SWASU. Going up.
15 nationally accredited academic programs and nearly 100 clubs, all for me.
Thanks to this state-of-the-art nursing lab, he'll be better in no time.
And our brand new Pioneer Cellular Event Center for sports, concerts, and cool events.
All for me!
Oh, it's for me, it's for me.
At the University of Arkansas at Monticello, yes you can.
For me, that meant that I could afford to go to college. When I was considering colleges, it was important to find one that my parents and I could afford. So I was happy to find that I could attend the University of Arkansas at Monticello at one of the lowest costs of any four-year college in the state. Affordability, tradition, a great college experience. It all comes together here at UAM.
At the University of Arkansas at Monticello, yes you can.
Enough.
Yeah, I'm over it.
We shouldn't need commercials to tell you we're powerful.
No thanks. Genders don't play sports. Athletes do.
Hi, Connor here to show you around SWASU and why we love it here.
Well, your friends are more like family.
I love the sports and concerts at the Pioneer Cellular Event Center and more than 100 clubs.
The small class sizes, 100 fields of study, and a nationally recognized pharmacy college. Close to OKC and the best place for me. Come and see for yourself.
The GAC Sports Network welcomes you to the following presentation of the Great American Conference.
I knew Arkansas Tech had an impressive history,
But I didn't know that my professors would look out for my future. I knew I'd be throwing fastballs on the field, but I didn't know I'd be on the fast track to physical therapy school.
I knew my art professors had years of experience, but I didn't know that I would get real-world experience before graduation.
I knew Tech was close to home.
But I didn't know it would feel like home.
Tech has one of the highest graduation rates in the state. Come take a tour of campus and discover what else you don't know about Tech.
I knew that Arkansas Tech would help me stand out from the crowd.
But I didn't know I'd be standing out in front of the crowd.
I knew I wanted to be a part of Greek life.
But I didn't know Tech would change my life.
I knew Tech would help me become a leader.
But I didn't know Tech would lead me to graduate school.
I knew my art professors had years of experience, but I didn't know that I would get real-world experience before graduation.
It's easy to see why more than 12,000 students choose Tech. Come take a tour of campus and discover what else you don't know about Tech.
It's on us to stop sexual assault.
In any way that we can.
To get a friend home safe.
To never blame the victim.
It's on us.
To stand up.
To make our community safe for all.
It's on us.
It's on us to look out for each other at parties.
It's on us.
To be more than just a bystander.
To step up and say something.
It's on us, all of us.
To stop sexual assault. Learn how and take the pledge at itsonus.org.
College students often talk about changing the world after they graduate. We are on a mission to do just that while still in school, applying academic excellence in our chosen areas of study in a range of undergraduate, graduate, and health science fields inspired by Christian values. Then taking those values into the world, equipped and focused on our mission to change it and ourselves for the better. Harding University.
I knew Arkansas Tech had an impressive history,
But I didn't know that my professors would look out for my future. I knew I'd be throwing fastballs on the field, but I didn't know I'd be on the fast track to physical therapy school.
I knew my art professors had years of experience, but I didn't know that I would get real-world experience before graduation.
I knew Tech was close to home.
But I didn't know it would feel like home.
Tech has one of the highest graduation rates in the state. Come take a tour of campus and discover what else you don't know about Tech.
What makes Henderson a better choice in education? Is it the campus or the buildings? Is it class size or professors with PhDs? Is it the cost, the value? What is it about Henderson?
It's me.
A strong educational foundation from Henderson put Richard Jacobs on the road to becoming a doctor. Today, he's at the forefront of pediatric research and care. Henderson prepares today's students for tomorrow because what counts is what you become. Henderson State University.
Opportunity begins here.
Southeastern Oklahoma State University.
Seize your opportunity. Soar to new heights with our nationally accredited aviation program.
Seize your opportunity.
Southeastern's renowned education program has launched thousands of teaching careers.
Seize your opportunity.
From occupational safety, health and business to behavioral and natural sciences.
Seize your opportunity.
Southeastern Oklahoma State University.
SC.edu.
Log on now
and seize your opportunity.
Southern Nazarene University was just ranked the best college in the state of Oklahoma by Money Magazine. That's big news, but it's not a surprise to us. Money ranks SNU as one of the top 50 colleges you can actually get into, and in the top 50 most affordable private colleges in the nation. Why travel when Southern Nazarene University is right here in Bethany, Oklahoma? Inspired academic excellence in a success-driven environment. Southern Nazarene University, the best college in Oklahoma.
So, can I see you again?
I'm free on Black Forest Ham Day.
There's a Subway 350 sub of the day to help you remember life's important days.
We got married in June.
On Tuna Day.
Every day a different 350 6-inch sub. Every day of the week. Every sub contains no artificial flavors. At just $3.50, it's a great sub at a great price.
Her name is Terry.
She was born on Sweet
Onion Chicken Teriyaki Day.
The 350 sub of the day. Every day of the week at Subway.
College is my time to find myself and start my future. That's why I chose SWASU. Going up.
15 nationally accredited academic programs and nearly 100 clubs, all for me.
Thanks to this state-of-the-art nursing lab, he'll be better in no time.
And our brand new Pioneer Cellular Event Center for sports, concerts, and cool events.
All for me!
Oh, it's for me, it's for me.
SWASU, the focus is you.
At the University of Arkansas at Monticello, yes you can.
For me, that meant that I could afford to go to college. When I was considering colleges, it was important to find one that my parents and I could afford.
So I was happy to find that I could attend the University of Arkansas at Monticello at one of the lowest costs of any four-year college in the state. Affordability, tradition, a great college experience.
It all comes together here at UAM.
At the University of Arkansas at Monticello, yes you can.
The GAC Sports Network welcomes you to the following presentation of the Great American Conference, presented by Crafton Tall and Subway.
Good morning and welcome to the Tiger Athletic Complex in Bentonville, Arkansas. Michael Westbrook along with Stormy Leonard as we bring you day 2 of the Great American Conference Softball Tournament Championship. Games being played on 2 fields today. Arkansas Tech and Ouachita just about set to get underway at Bentonville West. Darian Harris and Joey McWilliams with the call of that one, and then Joey will join us over here later. But here in this one, we have Southern Nazarene and Arkansas Monticello. This is the 4-seed Blossoms against the 6-seed Crimson Storm in what will be an elimination game between these two teams. A lot to dissect and talk about from yesterday. The first thing is that Southern Nazarene had a 16-inning game yesterday. We'll see how they rebound from that, Stormy.
Yeah, I don't know how good or how hard Southern Naz starting pitcher will be able to go today. I mean, she was out there the whole game yesterday. I know that if it was me, I'd be like, Coach, my arm is dead.
Right. A 2-1 win against Henderson State in 16 innings. We'll talk more about that and how Monticello made it to this point. Let's get you started in this one. It's Monticello's Mackenzie Rice, and it is going to be just a beautiful day for softball here in Bentonville. Rice starts the game off with a big fly ball to right center field. How about a home run to get this one underway? Mackenzie Rice goes deep for the 9th time this season. And that is one way to get day 2 started.
Yeah, it looks like the wind has died down a lot this morning as compared to yesterday, so I think that we should be prepared to see quite a few more of those throughout the day.
Mackenzie Rice, a solo home run against Caitlin Brown. Didn't even have time to tell you, she has a .356 batting average, leads her team in just about every category. See her coming across the plate again. 61 degrees, our game time temperature here in Bentonville. Northwest wind of 10 to 15 miles per hour. Looks like we're looking at a high temperature today. Might reach the 70s, 68, 70, somewhere in that range. But right now, sunny skies and not a cloud in the sky. Well, Monticello swinging early and often so far. There's Corey Parker with a strong foul ball. The lineup for Monticello. Miranda Clendenin will bat 3rd, play shortstop. Kendra Coleman, the pitcher, hits 4th. Kaylee Freeman at first base will bat 5th. Jordan Herbner, the left fielder, hitting 6th. Ashton Curry, the catcher, bats 7th. Kaylin Bullock, the designated player, hitting 8th. And Skylar Anderson in right field will bat 9th. That one fouled back 0-2. Clendenin hit a home run yesterday. She's waiting on deck, but that's the only other home run that Monticello has had in the tournament so far. If you joined us late, you've already missed some big action. A solo home run to start the game for Mackenzie Rice. And Caitlin Brown in the circle. 0-2 is skied to the shortstop who will make the catch. That's Kristen Shoemaker, just on the edge of that outfield turf for the first out. Here's the defense behind Brown. Logan Sunby is in left field. Sam Smith in center. Hope Martin in right. With Riley Brown at 3rd base. Shoemaker the shortstop. J.C. James the second baseman. And Kendall Freer over at first. Hannah LeBeau behind the plate. 1 out, nobody on, and Clendenin at the plate. We'll keep you updated on the game going on at Bentonville West as well. Again, at Ouachita Baptist last night, after losing to Harding 3-1, came back with a 5-1 victory over East Central. And they are taking on Arkansas Tech. That's also an elimination game over there. It was a little bit of a surprise maybe to see the 8 seed come away with a win yesterday.
I think that, the Tigers were for sure happy about that. I know East Central might not have been expecting the Tigers to perform that well. But, again, it's tournament time, and you can't count on anything.
That's right. Like we said yesterday, the 8 seed in volleyball made it all the way to the championship this past year. So,
be interested to see if the 8 seed in this tournament could do that too.
Taking on Tech, the 3 seed, who lost a 2-1 game to Southern Arkansas yesterday. 3 balls and a strike to Clendenin. A little visit between LeBeau and Brown. Well, with Rice hitting that first pitch over the fence for a home run, that's the total amount of runs that Southern Nazarene gave up in a 16-inning game yesterday. In fact, you know, they lost 2-0 in their first game. The pitching's been good for Southern Nazarene. They just haven't been able to produce much offense yet.
Yes. So far throughout the season, Southern Naz's pitcher, Caitlin Brown, hasn't been quite as efficient as Kendra Coleman from UAM, who we'll see in a little bit. But hopefully in this tournament she can continue to do what she's been doing in the first 2 games and keeping those runs down as much as she can. Her ERA this season is a 3.94, but like you said, she's only had 3 runs in 2 games, so she's doing better in that.
Not a lot of run support. 19 wins and 16 losses for Brown. She's been the mainstay in the circle for Crimson Storm this year. She walks Clendenin. She also has pitched 226 1/3 innings and has walked 111 batters, has struck out 192. That brings up the pitcher, Kendra Coleman, batting for the first time. 298 average for the senior, 32 runs batted in, leads the team in home runs. She has 12 and also 2 doubles this year.
It's cool to see that she's their #1 pitcher and also one of their lead hitters on the team.
Absolutely.
She gets it done on both sides.
That seems to be the theme of this tournament so far. Jalissa Gum comes to mind for Arkansas Tech, and of course we've seen some other teams put their pitchers out there to hit. Jill Roy for SAU. And
I mean, even Autumn Humes from
that's
Harding,
right,
earning first team honors as a pitcher and second team as, I think, a designated player or utility player, just like Jalissa. So it's cool to see that those girls can get it done on both ends.
1-1 is up high, 2 balls and a strike to Kendra Coleman. Got a runner at first for UAM. We're just underway in the top of the first inning, 1-0. Again, for Southern Nazarene, it was a 2-0 loss to Arkansas Tech, then a 2-1 win against Henderson State in 16 innings. That one swung on and missed for strike 2. 2-2 to Kendra Coleman. Monticello, meanwhile, they won their first game against East Central 2-0. That was played over at Bentonville West yesterday. And then lost the close game to Harding last night. 2-2 is fouled back. A couple of base running mistakes from UAM in their contest against Harding. Coach Alvy Early was up here in the press box talking to us about that a little bit earlier. It was a 2-0 Harding win. We had 3 games that were 2-0 scores, and then we had 2 games that were 2-1. So I think it's safe to say the pitching did hold up yesterday.
Yes, the only game really that had more than that was the SAU Henderson game, and I mean, even it was 7-2, but it wasn't like SAU just kept control the whole game. I think they played really well, but it was still close for the most part. So I think the pitching staffs have done a great job at containing a lot of these hitters that are so good in our conference.
Coleman with the pop-up, James with the catch, 2 outs. And now the first baseman, Kaylee Freeman. Freeman, another one that has pitched quite a bit this year for UAM, a 2.13 ERA with 8 wins. I want a ball as it goes up high, 1-0. I think Southern Nazarene thought maybe Freeman went around, but able to check the swing. Caitlin Brown takes a long time looking over towards her dugout to figure out the pitch she wants to throw at 1-0, missing outside 2-0. Again, Brown looking down towards that wristband. 2-0 the count. And this will be a pop-up to left in foul territory. Long run for Sunbee, and she has to shade from the sun, it looked like. And she was wondering probably where the fence was at, having to deal with the sun, and just kind of stopped on it. So some new life for Kaylee Freeman. 2 balls and a strike with 2 outs. Runner on at first. Monticello, the 4 seed coming in. They have a record of 34 and 22 now. Southern Nazarene, the 6 seed. They are 23 and 33. 2 balls and a strike.
I think UAM really needs to pull out a win in this game to try to keep their regional tournament hopes alive.
Yeah, absolutely.
You're working 9.
Sitting in 10th place right now in the Central Regional. You know, there are such things as good losses when you start to get down to regional rankings, and the loss to Harding would be a good loss. Here comes the 3-1, and it misses outside ball 4. So a couple of walks here in the inning has allowed a couple of base runners on. Caitlin Brown walking Clendenin, and now Freeman with a run already across. Runners at first and second with 2 outs. And the left fielder, Jordan Herbner, coming to the plate. Harding, the #1 team in the region. Southern Arkansas sitting at number 5. Arkansas Tech at number 9, and Monticello at number 10. Last regional ranking came out on Wednesday, and UAM and Arkansas Tech just flipped spots after UAM lost a couple of games down the stretch to East Central at the end of the regular season. Off the plate for ball 1 to Herbner.
You're working 9, you got it, babe. You got 9, you got 9.
Joey and I were talking about that a little bit yesterday. It's still going to be tough again to try to get 3 teams in from the conference, I think. Top 8 move on.
I agree, but I think that because our conference has 2 top 5 teams, I think that the fact that other teams in our conference have faced them, they could face them twice in a season, and depending on how well they fared against them, I think that can help. I think having those ranked teams in our conference really helps all the other teams for a chance in the regional tournament.
When you have the chance to play 4 or 5 games here, that would help in the standings, in the regional rankings. Herbner coming up empty there. It's a ball and 2 strikes now. So Brown looking for her first strikeout, has walked a couple of runners in the inning. Delivery from Brown, called strike 3 at the plate. Herbner let it go by. So a solo home run from Mackenzie Rice starts the scoring early for UAM. And the Blossoms lead the Crimson Storm 1-0 here on the GAC Sports Network.
I knew Arkansas Tech had an impressive history,
but I didn't know that my professors would look out for my future.
I knew I'd be throwing fastballs on the field, but I didn't know I'd be on the fast track to physical therapy school.
I knew my art professors had years of experience, but I didn't know that I would get real-world experience before graduation.
I knew Tech was close to home, but I didn't know it would feel like home.
Tech has one of the highest graduation rates in the state. Come take a tour of campus and discover what else you don't know about Tech.
We see Kendra Coleman for the first time here today pitching for UAM, and she is going to be working with a lead already in the bottom of the first. 1-0 Arkansas Monticello. Coleman with a 1.6 ERA, a senior with 20 wins and 7 losses. We'll give you the rest of her numbers in a moment. For Southern Nazarene, J.C. James will be batting first, followed by Sam Smith and then Caitlin Brown. Riley Brown to follow. And then after that, Mahina Sauer, Hannah LeBeau in the middle of the lineup. The bottom 3 is Kendall Freer, Hope Martin, and Kristen Shoemaker. I'm digging the semi-camo uniforms from Arkansas Monticello today.
I think the digital camo came into style a few years ago, and so a lot of teams are still using on their uniforms. I like it. It's something different.
Wait a minute. Are you telling me I'm already behind the times?
No.
Okay, just making sure.
No, I think they're still very popular. I see a lot of teams with that.
Now, the full jersey, maybe not so much. But
Yeah.
just the sleeves, I like that. It's a good look. So James is up first for Southern Nazarene. First pitch from Coleman was a strike. And that one will miss. Rest of the numbers for Kendra Coleman. She has been a star for this team in 31 appearances, 26 complete games, 191 innings pitched, striking out 169 batters and walking 43. Shallow pop-up on the right side will go foul.
I think Kendra can be a pivotal player in this game for the Cotton Blossoms just because she's been very successful against Southern Naz this season. Not that that definitely guarantees anything by any means, but I think that she knows how to play against them, and they've struggled against her so far.
Freeman pitched the game we saw last night over here, but Coleman pitched the first game of the tournament for UAM. 1-2 is fouled back. But when they played during the regular season, it was at a stretch where Arkansas Monticello was playing really well, Stormy.
Yes, I think a lot of that has to do with the pitching of Kendra Coleman in their wins. They won every game that she pitched against the Crimson Storm, so I don't know how happy Southern Naz was to see that she would be starting against them again, holding them to 5 runs over 3 games, 4 of those coming in one game. So she had a shutout and then a 10-1 win. So I think that she definitely knows how to pitch to these players and can really wreak some havoc today on them.
You know, they say it's hard to beat a team 3 times. It's hard to keep beating a team. How much do you believe in that? If you're in that spot and you've already beat a team twice, are you confident, or is there something in the back of your head that says, this is going to be more difficult today?
I've had some experience with that going in, having lost 2 games and maybe pulling out that third. I think it has a lot to do with, figuring out why you lost those other games. It doesn't necessarily mean that you'll lose another one or that you'll be able to turn around and get that win, but I think it has more of a mental effect on you, just knowing that you've been down and it's your time to prove that you can win, or it might have it in a negative effect that you might not believe that you can win. So, I mean, it just depends on the players. It's different for everyone. Some people say, oh, well, it's hard to beat a team 3 times, or, I mean,
sure,
it goes back and forth.
Yeah.
So.
James struck out looking, and then Smith right away, a ground ball to Corey Parker at third. So quickly 2 outs for Southern Nazarene here in the bottom of the first. And the pitcher, Caitlin Brown, against Kendra Coleman. First one a strike. 309 batting average for the junior Caitlin Brown. 22 runs batted in, 7 doubles, a triple, and 3 home runs this year. Good numbers for Caitlin Brown, slugging .428. Ball and a strike now from Kendra Coleman. They're already in the bottom of the second inning over at Bentonville West. No score between Arkansas Tech and Ouachita Baptist, so that one had a little bit quicker pace. Two and 1 to Brown. Swung on and missed. 2-2. Coleman able to get that one by her with a good pitch. Coleman has Jordan Herbner in left, Clendenin in center, Anderson in right, Parker at third base, Rice at second, Freeman over at first, Curry behind the plate, and shortstop for UAM is Clendenin.
It's just interesting to see on Southern Naz's lineup that a lot of the girls haven't played as many games as the girls from Arkansas Monticello, so it looks like Monticello has a little bit more consistency in their lineup. Not sure why Southern Naz is like that, but it looks like some of the girls haven't started as many games as they played, and they haven't played as many games total as the girls from UAM, so I think consistency might play a factor in today's game.
Yeah, and some of that could have to do with Coach Terry Weber for Southern Nazarene trying to find the right lineup that works. 10 games under 500, so they've had to battle a little bit this year to find that consistency. Strike 3 swinging. Caitlin Brown goes down, and Kendra Coleman records 2 strikeouts in her half of the first. We have played one inning. Arkansas Monticello leads 1-0. Back in a moment on the GAC Sports Network.
I knew that Arkansas Tech would help me stand out from the crowd.
But I didn't know I'd be standing out in front of the crowd.
I knew I wanted to be a part of Greek life.
But I didn't know Tech would change my life.
I knew Tech would help me become a leader.
But I didn't know Tech would lead me to graduate school.
I knew my art professors had years of experience, but I didn't know that I would get real-world experience before graduation.
It's easy to see why more than 12,000 students choose Tech. Come take a tour of campus and discover what else you don't know about Tech.
It's on us to stop sexual assault.
In any way that we can.
To get a friend home safe.
To never blame the victim.
It's on us.
To stand up.
To make our community safe for all.
It's on us. It's on us to look out for each other at parties.
It's on us.
To be more than just a bystander.
To step up and say something.
It's on us. All of us.
To stop sexual assault.
Learn how and take the pledge at itsonus.org.
Kaylin Brown and Southern Nazarene back to work on defense, taking on UAM, where the Blossoms lead the Crimson Storm 1-0. Oh, it's always fun to have a mascot conversation in the press box in between innings. Some of it will carry over to on air here.
I always wanted, once I figured out like this conference, when I was looking to be recruited for volleyball, I saw the Crimson Storm and the Savage Storm, and I wanted to go to both of those just because of their mascot.
Absolutely.
Like, Stormy, Crimson Storm, Savage Storm, it fits.
Yeah.
Obviously, I didn't end up going to either one of those schools, but I thought it'd be so cool to be able to have my name in the mascot.
That would have been. That's true. We definitely have some unique ones. That is certain. So in this inning, Ashton Curry, Kaylin Bullock, and Skylar Anderson, 7, 8, 9 in the batting order for Arkansas Monticello. What always gets me is when every once in a while these various websites will throw out their list of most unique mascots, and you know, there's always one from the GAC. Sometimes they'll have the Wonder Boys.
I was just about to say, I actually read one of the craziest mascot names, and I remember the Boll Weevils being on there. I mean,
that's
there's always something.
How do you only just pick one from our conference? I guess they're trying to share the wealth across the nation, but there's several that you could choose from. I mean, even Henderson State, the Reddies, you know?
Yeah.
Kind of unique. Yeah, we've got the Weevils and the Blossoms, and used to be the Boll Weevils and the Cotton Blossoms, but trying to shorten that down a little bit the last couple of years. Now, don't Boll Weevils eat cotton? So, see, that really gets confusing. That's about all I know about that. 1-2 to Curry is up high, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Tell you what, if we could get somebody to tweet in what Southern Nazarene's mascot used to be before it became the Crimson Storm. I guess you can tweet at GAC Athletics and let us know, because I have an idea. Okay, that is what I thought it was. They were the Redskins. Well, you're allowed to have that in the NFL, but not in the NCAA. So, and of course, Southeastern, you mentioned them. They were the Savages. They didn't quite change much going to the Savage Storm. Several teams in Oklahoma had to make some adjustments there. Curry takes strike 3. And Brown ended the first with a strikeout, starts the second with a strikeout. Curry goes down, 1 out in the top of the second inning. That'll bring up Kaylin Bullock, designated player.
I think some of the players in this game are a little bit more on edge today, knowing that it is an elimination game. So I think that might have a little bit of a factor on, maybe how they approach it, knowing that it's win or go home. at this point. So.
Certainly. Here comes the 0-1. Popped up, foul territory, no play there for the third baseman Brown. Arkansas Monticello won the inaugural GAC tournament championship in 2012. They are the only school to go through the tournament and win 4 straight, not have to play that if necessary game on the final day. We've had it every year since. And Southern Nazarene, in their transition from NAIA to Division II, have not been here as many times as Monticello has after going through their probational period, but they're here now to stay. Here's the 0-2. That one misses the plate for ball 1 and 2. We'll be able to welcome Oklahoma Baptist into the conversation pretty soon in a lot of sports.
That's exciting for them, but from personal
How do you feel about it?
Personal experience, they've definitely been one of the top teams in our conference in volleyball. So having to add them into the tournament mix along with the regular season should be good. I mean, I think they're a talented team, so it'll be interesting to see how they fare this next season when they can finally go to the conference tournament.
Well, we'll hope that it kind of raises the playing level among our conference to help on that regional level too, right? Yeah. I know baseball's in that situation right now for Oklahoma Baptist. They've been eligible this year. They would have been able to host an opening round series. Over to third, back to first. Brown to Freer for the out.
Yeah, it's crazy to think of being on probation and having, my freshman season, Oklahoma Baptist finished, I think, second in the conference and wasn't able to go to the tournament. I'm sure that's a little bit frustrating for players knowing that they're good enough to compete at that level and not being able to go to the tournament. So I think all teams at Oklahoma Baptist are ready to play in all the tournaments.
Well, and even like Southern Nazarene in volleyball this past year, they had to teams have to build for that expectation. They have to explain to their players that, okay, look, you're not going to be eligible this year, but you're going to stay together and we're going to build towards something. And it paid off for them in volleyball, and it's paid off for some other teams in some other sports.
I think it takes a good coach to be able to recruit players into a program that might not be able to compete in postseason play right away. So I think that Southern Naz and Oklahoma Baptist and schools like that have done a great job at continuing to get talent to prepare for the times that they can finally enter into those tournaments.
Here is Skylar Anderson, the right fielder. And it's a 3-0 count. Hannah LeBeau is going to go out and talk to Caitlin Brown, settle her down a bit because she's able to get the first 2 outs pretty quickly. Curry and Bollock, and now struggling to throw a strike against the 9-hole hitter, Anderson. The junior hitting .306. Well, Arkansas Tech has scored. They are in the top of the 3rd inning, and Tech leads Ouachita 1-0. Sarah Coronado had a double to left field that scored Kara Toller. Now 3-1 to Anderson. Brown delivers. That'll miss for ball 4. Well, Brown has 2 strikeouts, but she's also walked 3 batters, so seeing a little bit of inconsistency from her.
Yeah, she seems a little bit frustrated with that last call, trying to figure out what she needs to do to get that strike called for her.
And here's Mackenzie Rice. She wasn't at the plate long the first time around. Sending the first pitch of the game over the right field fence. The distances here, it's 225 to straightaway center and 190 down the lines. And she hit that one a long way to right center.
I think the wind's starting to pick up just a little bit.
That one's a strike to Rice. I'm going to hope we don't have the type of wind we had yesterday.
I don't know how the girls can play in that.
It was intense. 30-mile-an-hour winds from time to time. The American flag back behind us. We don't have a vantage point from the press box here, but you see the trees starting to blow around a little bit. comes the 1-1. Inside and high. There we go. See, look, I ask, and they take care of me. Our camera operators do a great job here. Although Keith Brown had his work cut out for him yesterday following the planes that were in the sky. I'm not sure what type of planes those were, but there was some sort of air show or exhibition of some sort going on out here yesterday, which was pretty neat to watch. Strike to Rice, 2-2 the count with 2 outs, runner at first.
Looking at the games from the regular season, it looked like Southern Naz, when they did score, were able to score pretty quickly. So maybe in the next half inning, look to see the Crimson Storm make a run or two if they follow what they did in the regular season.
Yeah, it was 8-0. Monticello won the first one. Then Southern Nazarene won 4-3, and then Monticello won 7-4 and 10-1. And again, that was a part of the year where UAM was really playing well. Coach Early mentioned that to me a couple of days ago. It was fairly early as well in the conference season. Here comes the pitch. That one's popped up out of play. They played on March the 3rd and 4th, so I know that date because that was our basketball weekend in Bartlesville. Speaking of multiple sports going on, the conference baseball tournament will begin today at the top 4 teams. Monticello actually hosting a little bit later today. They will take on Southeastern. And the top 4 teams against the bottom, or the next 4 teams, will be a best 2 out of 3. Rice again. Rice puts a charge into this one to center. Going down to a knee in front of the track is Sam Smith to make the catch. So a good piece of hitting from Mackenzie Rice in her 2 plate appearances. No runs, no hits, 1 left on. It's 1-0 Arkansas Monticello.
College students often talk about changing the world after they graduate. We are on a mission to do just that while still in school, applying academic excellence in our chosen areas of study in a range of undergraduate, graduate, and health science fields inspired by Christian values. Then taking those values into the world, equipped and focused on our mission to change it and ourselves for the better. Harding University.
Hi, Connor here to show you around SWOSU and why we love it here.
Well, your friends are more like family.
I love the sports and concerts at the Pioneer Cellular Event Center and more than 100 clubs.
The small class sizes, 100 fields of study, and a nationally recognized pharmacy college.
Close to OKC is the best place for me. Come and see for yourself.
What makes Henderson a better choice in education? Is it the campus or the buildings? Is it class size or professors with PhDs? Is it the cost, the value? What is it about Henderson?
It's me.
A strong educational foundation from Henderson put Richard Jacobs on the road to becoming a doctor. Today, he's at the forefront of pediatric research and care. Henderson prepares today's students for tomorrow because what counts is what you become. Henderson State University.
We're in the bottom of the 2nd inning, 1-0. Arkansas Monticello leads Southern Nazarene from Bentonville's Tiger Athletic Complex. This is our first game of 4 that will be played here on this field today. 5 games total being played, as one is taking place over at Bentonville West right now. Our next game will feature the winner's bracket game of Southern Arkansas and then Harding. And after that, just stay tuned because you have to follow the bracket and you don't know who's going to be where yet. I do know 2 teams have already been eliminated, Henderson State and East Central losing their 2 games yesterday. Riley Brown up first, then Mahina Sauer and Hannah LeBeau, 4, 5, 6 in the order for Southern Nazarene, as Kendra Coleman was able to strike out 2 of the 3 batters she faced in the first inning. 1-1 the count to Brown. .235 batting average for the junior. 5 doubles, a triple, and 2 home runs. Takes that one for a strike. 1-2. Terry Weber, the head coach for Southern Nazarene. She's actually at first base, which is a little bit unusual. Most of the time the head coach will be at third, but she's coaching first base. Fouled out of play.
Kendra's actually leading the championship tournament right now in her opposing batting average. Team only hitting .12, so she's had a good tournament in the one game that she pitched. So it's definitely good for UAM that she's out there right now.
Yeah, again, 20 wins this year for Kendra Coleman. Southern Nazarene, you played 23 innings yesterday. Happy to get the win, obviously, and keep your season alive against Henderson State, but then you have to turn around and play the first game of the day here today.
Now you're looking at Caitlin Brown already pitching 22 innings and then coming in here again.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't know how she's doing it.
Well, she and Michelle Sorensen for Henderson State combined to throw more than 500 pitches between the two of them yesterday. Riley Brown draws a walk, and so that's the first base runner for Southern Nazarene. I'll tell you, Stormy, that you being an athlete on the field, the perspective we've had for the last several years, it's very difficult in our spot to see the teams that lose. You think about Michelle Sorensen, what she did yesterday pitching, and then loses both of her games, and it's hard to see those athletes suffer that.
It's a little bit different with, I think, softball, knowing that it is a complete team effort because, I mean, obviously you've got to hit and you've got to pitch well, but
sure,
being a pitcher, and I mean, Michelle did a great job yesterday, but just knowing that sometimes you can pitch the best game of your life, but if your team can't back you up,
yep,
and you can't back up yourself, if since a lot of these pitchers also hit, then it's tough.
Yep.
Volleyball's a little bit different. I mean, there's not one person doing the majority of anything, so it's a little bit different and I guess more of a team effort and playing together all the time, but obviously softball, they've got to work together on the offensive and defensive side.
There's Mahina Sauer at the plate with the runner on at first. 2 balls and 2 strikes. And she'll reach out after that one. Should be a foul ball. It is. With Corey Parker playing at third base. Well, yeah, I mean, that prime example of that, you know, Caitlin Brown, the pitcher, yesterday goes 16 innings, picks up the win, but she was 0 for 7 at the plate hitting. So she probably would have loved to have had a base hit earlier on to end that game a little bit earlier.
For sure, but I think obviously because they won that she relied on her teammates after. I mean, she was probably dead tired in the middle the middle of the game after already pitching one game that day. So I think that a lot of the pitching staffs kind of lean on their teammates to kind of help them through games like that, just because they are playing and pitching for so long that I mean, having to get back behind the plate after doing all that.
Yeah,
that's got to be exhausting.
Right. I'm wondering if that softball has a magnet on it to the third base line. Sowers hit 3 in a row right near the third base bag. Trying to send one the opposite way past Parker. Come inside on this one this time and foul it on the right field side. On first base, so stays 2 balls, 2 strikes, nobody out. The runner is Brown over at first base. She walked. 1-0 Monticello with the lead, bottom of the second inning.
It's funny to see that no matter how many balls go towards first base and third base line, those players are still out of the dugout.
There's one she straightened out for the line out, and doubled off at first is Riley Brown. She was well off the bag and was stuck. Double play there. Great play from the shortstop. We'll look at it again. Clendenin was in the right place. Quick fire over to first.
That's a good heads-up play. knowing that the runner jumped off so far that the start right out the person make that double play.
Brown was running on contact there, I think, and so really had no chance to get back to first. Here's Hannah LeBeau now. Bases empty and 2 outs. She'll take strike 1. One swung on and missed, and it is 0-2. Mentioned Terry Weber a minute ago, the head coach for Southern Nazarene. She's in her 13th season as the head coach of the Crimson Storm. This is Southern Nazarene's 3rd tournament appearance. Foul back. We do know the winner of this one will stay alive in the tournament. I was somewhat joking there about trying to figure out the bracket beyond the first couple of games, but this is game 9 of the tournament, and so the winner would play the 4 o'clock game a little bit later today against the winner of Arkansas Tech and Ouachita. 1-2 pitch, liner that will go past Mackenzie Rice at second, and at the warning track picked up by Bolter. It's a double with 2 outs for Hannah LeBeau. And now you wonder if Brown had been on base, would she have been able to score on that play, perhaps, or at least at third, but can't worry about that now. 2 down, she is in scoring position at second, and Kendall Freer coming to the plate. Got Kendall Stockstill, the sophomore, coming in to run at second base. So Freer with a .222 average will take the first pitch for a strike at the knees, 0-1. Southern Arkansas has made their way here, and they are taking in some of this contest. They play next against Harding, slated for a 1 o'clock start. Slightly different schedule from yesterday, an extra 30 minutes built in between games 2 and 3. Hard hit foul ball that rockets off the back of the brick and back onto the field. The winner of our next game catches the big break where they only have to play the 1 game today and then would wait for the championship tomorrow. The loser would have to come back and play a second game today. So that's the importance of our next game. The importance of this one is just to keep your season alive at this point. 0-2 the count to Freer.
Yeah, you definitely see a sense of urgency with coaches and players today in this game and the one at Bentonville West, knowing that a loss would end your season.
A chance for Parker at the fence, makes the grab. Great play. Had to worry about the fence and the Southern Nazarene players standing by. That ends the inning. No runs with a runner left on base. Through 2, 1-0 UAM. Top of the third inning, 1-0. Arkansas Monticello with the lead on Southern Nazarene. And UAM coming to the plate. Corey Parker will be up first. Parker took a hard shot yesterday playing third base. She actually caught the line drive in her glove, and then it was right up against her leg. She went down and stayed in the game at that point. We weren't certain if she was going to play today, but not only is she playing, she made a great catch over at the fence a moment ago.
Yeah, she even held on the ball yesterday after it hitting her leg, which is impressive. I don't think I could do that.
Coaches were talking to us before the game, and they said, you know, she's so good at third base. We didn't realize that she was hurt. We thought, why didn't she throw over to first to get a double play? And looked over, and she was on the ground, able to catch the ball, but went down after that. Takes a strike. She's 0 for 1 so far. Caitlin Brown now in her third inning of work for Southern Nazarene. And over at Bentonville West, they're in the top of the fourth inning. Arkansas Tech leading 1-0. High pop-up. Left field coming in is Sunby. And Logan Sunby makes the grab. 1 up and 1 down in the third.
You're looking at UAM's most consistent part of the lineup, playing almost all or all the games this season so far. You get down a little bit later in the lineup, and the girls haven't been in as much or as consistently. But this is the heart of their lineup that they can look to score from.
Miranda Clendenin at the plate. Shortstop walked in the first inning, takes low for a ball, 1-0. This is definitely the part of the lineup that Coach Early was expecting to hit the ball a little bit better than they did at the end of the regular season. You're right, this is where UAM has performed quite nicely this year. Another foul ball. No chance for Daniel, our cameraman, to get that one, but he made an effort. Made an effort anyways. One and 1 the count with 1 out. No runs on 3 hits for Ouachita over at the other field. A run on 4 hits for Tech. Here it's 1 run on 1 hit. The home run from Mackenzie Rice for UAM. Southern Nazarene with 1 hit in the game. Clendenin hitting .262, a freshman. Catcher setting up outside there, and it'll drop low for a ball, 2-1. Talking about UAM playing well at the beginning of conference play when they took on Southern Nazarene. Another high fly ball. Sunby is in place. Now she'll come in, and the left fielder makes another grab. That one got up in the air in a hurry.
Looked like the wind was moving a little bit instead of it going as far as it originally looked like it was going. It looked like it came in a little bit, and Sunby was able to make a good play on it by tracking it like that.
So during that late February, March stretch for UAM, they took 3 of 4 from Southeastern, 3 of 4 from Southern Nazarene. Only played 2 against Oklahoma Baptist, but won both of those. And then they lost 3 of 4 to Northwestern. I think that was a bit of a surprise to some people. That one a strike to Kendra Coleman. Coleman 0 for 1 today. She popped up to J.C. James, the second baseman, in the first inning.
I think going back to about playing well in the beginning and having a little bit of a rough patch towards the end, I think that going to postseason play, all teams kind of need to experience a loss or two that kind of sting a little bit, just to get that taste for winning and desire to win again and get back on the good side of it really plays into it. I think that Harding coach talked about it a little bit, how when they were undefeated, it wasn't like they were shooting to be undefeated, and having a loss or two after that streak kind of keeps them in it. I think that, winning so many games, you can kind of lose sight of what you're really working for and just kind of get wrapped up in that. So I think that a loss here and there can actually help a team more than hurt them.
Yeah, kind of break things up and start over, right? Yep. Coleman, a ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch from Brown. A little bit low. Now 2-2 the count. Nobody on. A couple of pop-ups in the inning to left field. Here in the third, it's 1-0 Arkansas Monticello. 2-2 pitch. Hard foul ball. Turning on that one was Coleman and sending it several rows deep into the parking lot. Did you park far enough away this time?
I actually started not to.
Okay.
And I was like, you know what? I think I'm too close. So I backed in a few rows back.
I don't brag often, but I'm the veteran of this press box area. So just if I tell you to park far away, park far away.
I was a little worried about it. I was like, it's not as windy today as it was yesterday. These balls could fly out here.
And that's the only thing I'm good at is knowing where to park. So, Here comes the 2-2, and that one misses inside for a ball 3-2. Although I'm in my wife's car, she probably wouldn't mind a broken windshield. She might think I might replace the whole car at that point, but, not quite there yet.
I don't think my parents would be too thrilled with me having a maybe cracked windshield driving back after finals next week.
Payoff pitch there. That one is foul, so they'll do it again. 3-2 the count. Brown standing outside of the circle there will take her time getting back in.
Yeah, it seems like Southern Mass takes a little bit more time calling pitches and waiting in between batters.
This one in foul territory again, and no play for Riley Brown, the third baseman. Just gotta hope they brought enough softballs too, because they disappear out here sometimes. So another payoff pitch, 3 balls, 2 strikes, and it bounces in the dirt. So Kendra Coleman, a 2-out walk. And if there's been maybe one spot today that Caitlin Brown would like to improve a bit, that is her 4th walk she's issued. Hasn't really hurt her. She's been able to work around them. The thing is, the last 2 innings, it's come with 2 outs. Last inning, Skylar Anderson was able to draw a 2-out walk. Kaylee Freeman, she walked her first time up.
Yeah, I think that obviously Brown would like to avoid those walks, but her defense behind her and her pitching after the walks have helped keep any runs from scoring off those walks. So I think that she kind of might get herself in a sticky situation, but be able to get herself out.
1-0 pitch now. That one's fouled away. I think the Monticello batters have seen that too. They've been pretty patient at the plate. Brown wants a different softball. Didn't like that one. So Brown ready to go here. 1-1 the count to Freeman. And that one a bit up high. 2-1 the count. Caitlin Brown in the first game yesterday went 6 innings. Only gave up 3 hits, but 2 earned runs. She walked 4 and struck out 9 in the 2-0 loss to Arkansas Tech. And then you have these numbers. Caitlin Brown, 16 innings, 1 unearned run, walked 5 and struck out 8. Faced 63 batters in the 16-inning win against Henderson. 2-2, fly ball to left, and Sunby will make all 3 outs in the inning. 3 fly ball outs to left field, a walk mixed in, but nothing more. And so after 2.5, it's 1-0 Arkansas Monticello.
Opportunity begins here.
Southeastern Oklahoma State University.
Seize your opportunity. Soar to new heights with our nationally accredited aviation program. Seize your opportunity.
Southeastern's renowned education program has launched thousands of teaching careers.
Seize your opportunity.
From occupational safety, health, and business to behavioral and natural sciences.
Seize your opportunity.
Southeastern Oklahoma State University.
SC.edu.
Log on now
and seize your opportunity.
Southern Nazarene University was just ranked the best college in the state of Oklahoma by Money Magazine. That's big news, but it's not a surprise to us. Money ranks SNU as one of the top 50 colleges you can actually get into, and in the top 50 most affordable private colleges in the nation. Why travel when Southern Nazarene University is right here in Bethany, Oklahoma? Inspired academic excellence in a success-driven environment. Southern Nazarene University, the best college in Oklahoma.
Bottom of the third inning, 1-0 Arkansas Monticello with the lead on Southern Nazarene. And, well, as I said yesterday, Stormy, we can still have a long way to go in this one, but I don't know. I'm getting the feel it might be a 1 or 2 run game again.
I think, like we've talked about through the tournament, all pitching staffs on every team are able to put out someone that can really take control of the game, and seeing more than 2 or 3 runs in a game won't come very often. I think that yesterday's game with SAU and Henderson State was probably our one game, you know, that sticks out a little bit, but everything else has been really tight and close and only decided by a run or 2 at most. So I expect the rest of the tournament to pan out that way too, seeing that a lot of the pitchers will return on the mound in their first game of today, or if they're lucky enough to make it tomorrow, that you'll see them back out there.
Right, Kendra Coleman pitching in her second game here in the tournament, third game for UAM overall. Hope Martin is up first for Southern Nazarene, then Kristen Shoemaker, and back to the top of the lineup after that, J.C. James. First pitch, it's Martin popping it up high on the infield. Who's going to come up with it? Nobody will. It's a fair ball as Parker and Curry collide. And on at first base is Hope Martin. Well, the catcher, Curry, did not shed the mask in time. I think had she been able to get the mask off quick enough, she might have seen her teammate Parker coming in.
Yeah, I didn't think that she saw it all. Maybe they didn't quite communicate that well enough, saying, hey, I'm in, I'm in, I'm in. And anything, so it caused a little bit of confusion.
And now a bunt attempt that goes into the glove of the catcher, Curry. Shoemaker 0-1. So that one rolled an error, allowing Martin to reach. Well, a lot of times you do give way to the corner infielders, but I don't know, that one wasn't hit very far. There's a pop-up bunt that will be caught by Parker, so playing in allows her to make that easily. Yeah. So not able to get the bunt down is Shoemaker. Pop up on the bunt attempt. So J.C. James with 1 out and 1 on. Southern Nazarene not afraid to swing the bat here in this inning. Going right after Kendra Coleman, trying to get something going. That ball into the stands. James struck out looking her first time up in the first inning.
It's always fun hearing the teams do their different cheers for their teammates, or just throughout the inning. Every team kind of has their own thing, just like they have their own traditions and little games in the middle when they get an out. And they're all so loud, so you can hear them all the way up here.
A bunt on the first base side will be picked up by Freeman with Rice covering the bag. And so that is the second out, advancing the runner over. Yeah, it's amazing how much time goes into choreographing routines and cheers. And
I've seen it a lot this past year in college volleyball, especially televised matches. A lot of the Big 12, Big 10 schools all have choreographed routines for every kind of play, and I think the softball, especially here, have their own little chants for each player. Or if anything crazy happens, I'll have something ready to go.
Yeah. Sam Smith at the plate, 2 outs, runner in scoring position at second. You know, when Monticello batted in the first inning, their batters were going right after Brown, swinging early. And it worked out to the 1 run that Mackenzie Rice hit the home run. Southern Nazarene trying to swing at the early pitches and see if they can get something in play. Now strike 2 to Sam Smith.
This is where they were able to score a few in the regular season games in this 3rd and 4th inning. So I think they're trying to shoot for that too, just to tie it up at least, to keep them right there with them.
Just 1 hit so far for Southern Nazarene. It was a Hannah LeBeau double in the 2nd. That one is way outside for a ball, 1-2. Well, believe it or not, they are in the bottom of the 5th inning over at Bentonville West. It's 1-0 Arkansas Tech leading Ouachita Baptist. I guess they're trying to make up for that long game they had over there yesterday. They're playing this one pretty fast over there.
I don't think anyone wants to have to go through that again. Players, or anyone up here in the press box.
Well, they ended up using one of the extra fields over there to start the later game between East Central and Ouachita. And a battle of the Tigers. They went ahead and started that game before the other one ended. 1-2 to Sam Smith. Pitch goes high from Coleman, ball 2. So Smith this season, .287 batting average for the senior, but has been a consistent day in, day out player for the Crimson Storm. 0 for 1 so far in the game. And strikes out swinging as Coleman ends the inning. So a leadoff error, no runs with a runner left on base. We have played 3, UAM 1, Southern Nazarene nothing on the GAC Sports Network.
So, can I see you again?
I'm free on Black Forest Ham Day.
There's a Subway 350 sub of the day to help you remember life's important days.
We got married in June.
On Tuna Day.
Every day a different 350 6-inch sub. Every day of the week. Every sub contains no artificial flavors. At just $3.50, it's a great sub at a great price.
Her name is Terry.
She was born on Sweet
Onion Chicken Teriyaki Day.
The 350 sub of the day. Every day of the week at Subway.
College is my time to find myself and start my future. That's why I chose SWASU. Going up.
15 nationally accredited academic programs and nearly 100 clubs, all for me.
Thanks to this state-of-the-art nursing lab, he'll be better in no time.
And our brand new Pioneer Cellular Event Center for sports, concerts, and cool events.
All for me!
Oh, it's for me.
The focus is you.
I knew Arkansas Tech had an impressive history,
but I didn't know that my professors would look out for my future.
I knew I'd be throwing fastballs on the field, but I didn't know I'd be on the fast track to physical therapy school.
I knew my art professors had years of experience, but I didn't know that I would get real-world experience before graduation.
I knew Tech was close to home, but I didn't know it would feel like home.
Tech has one of the highest graduation rates in the state. Come take a tour of campus and discover what else you don't know about Tech.
We're in the top of the 4th inning, 1-0 Arkansas Monticello with the lead on Southern Nazarene. And UAM coming to the plate. Herbner, Curry, and Bullock coming up here in the inning. 6, 7, 8 in the batting order. Well, if you looked at the conference standings, you would see there was a little bit of separation, 1 through 4, well, a lot of separation between Harding and some of those teams, but 1 through 4 kind of seem to be 1 through 4 for a reason this year. I mean, they have separated themselves a bit from 5 through 8, but we're not seeing much separation here in this one. Just a solo home run from Mackenzie Rice in the 1st inning. And this is anybody's ball game right now into the 4th. Harding has a chance today to pick up their 53rd win of the season, which would tie SAU's record of most wins in a year from last season.
Yeah, I don't know how these girls can play that many games. That sounds exhausting.
Trying to bunt her way on is Herbner, and the throw goes wildly past first from Riley Brown. Down to second goes Herbner. It's going to be a close play there at first. Let's see it again. A low throw that bounced off of the bag, maybe.
It's a tight squeeze. It looked like it was coming on the inside, and almost looked like if Herbner had come in a little bit inside, he could have hit her, but she was able to maneuver around it and get to second on that error.
So the error on Brown, and now runner in scoring position for Arkansas Monticello with Ashton Curry at the plate. One of these games where you have to capitalize when you get runners on base, especially with no outs. And so it looks like for now UAM is going to try to bunt the runner over to third. Curry was showing bunt there a minute ago.
There you see Riley Brown pulling in a little bit, expecting the bunt.
There's a good bunt fielded by the pitcher Brown over to the bag for the out, with James covering the bag. So the runner is now at third with only one out.
It's just so different in softball and baseball, knowing that even if you're out, you're helping your team.
Sure.
With those sac flies and sac bunts.
So it'll be up to Kaylin Bollock. She's 0 for 1 so far. Had a 5-3 ground out her first time up. Grounding out to the third baseman. That one missing for a ball. Just a 118 average for Bollock. Has not played a whole lot this year. 2 hits and 17 at bats. Blossom's trying to get across another run as Bollock turns on that one, sends it into the parking lot for a foul ball.
Yeah, even though Kaylin Bollock hasn't been in as many games so far in this tournament, she's hitting .250, so definitely up from her season average, maybe finding a little bit more comfort playing a little bit more.
That one fouled back up against the net. Well, across the way, Arkansas Tech has scored again. They lead 2-0 against Ouachita Baptist, bottom of the 5th inning. Janie Knowles with a double that scored Landry. Joey's probably sitting over there thinking, I'm going to get a 2-0 game again. He was on the broadcast for 3 of those games yesterday.
Coming from Ouachita, I obviously hope that doesn't happen, but I can't be too biased.
Yeah. We'll let you say it right now since you're not over there. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 1 down, nobody on. Or sorry, runner at third. And this is going to be the hold the runner. No play there at home. Let's get the easy out over at first. Good play of Caitlin Brown to check on the runner before firing over to first for the out. So 2 down, runner at third.
I think UAM's coach is going to be a little bit more cautious on the base running situations today.
That's true.
There's a little bit of difficulty yesterday that could have ultimately maybe cost him the game, not necessarily, but had an effect on the outcome for sure.
Skylar Anderson at the plate. Coach Alvieri was quick to say earlier today, hey, base running mistakes, bad coaching on the base pad. So, yeah, he took some of the blame for it there. But with 1 out and a runner at third, a ball into the outfield would have scored somebody a moment ago there. So now Southern Nazarene with 2 outs, they've got a chance to get out of this. And that one's in for a strike. Anderson walked her last time up. That's something that Coach Weber probably doesn't want to see again. Kaylin Brown trying to take care of the 9-hole hitter this time. Brown, long look down at the wristband. Fires the 1-1, swung on and missed. Coach Early dropping Anderson into that 9 spot in the lineup with a .306 batting average. Try to put one of your better hitters at the bottom of the lineup to kind of balance things out a bit. 1-2 delivery coming from Caitlin Brown. And this will go down the left field line. Long run for Sunby. She's made some good plays today, but not that time.
Yeah, she's been busy out there. A lot of balls popping up to left field.
Mentioned that Southern Arkansas was here earlier. Harding here as well, and both of the teams near the cages getting ready to warm up. They have the 1 o'clock game in our winner's bracket contest. Here comes the 1-2 delivery. Comebacker right underneath the glove of Brown into center field. Good piece of hitting from Skylar Anderson. She's on at first base with 2 outs. And that also scoring Herbner. Herbner coming across for UAM's second run, making it 2-0. Well, she had been at third for so long, I almost forgot she was there. That she was there.
I know Caitlin Brown had done a good job of getting those 2 outs after giving up that double, but.
And here goes Rice again. Boy, she has pounded the ball today. A single for Rice, and from first to third goes Anderson. Boy, Rice, they must have told her, look, just swing at the first pitch and don't worry about anything else. Started the game with a solo home run, a hard line out in the second, and now a single here in the fourth.
Yeah, Mackenzie is 8th in the GAC this season with her batting average, so she's been consistent all season and so far in this tournament. She's actually second in the tournament right now, hitting before this game 600 for the tournament. So she's started out pretty hot and has continued to do so in this game.
Do have a pitcher warming up for Southern Nazarene, Brooke Tate, a junior, as Coach Terry Weber is out in the center circle talking with her entire infield. And right now probably just saying, look, you got 2 outs, need 1 more batter, but it could get out of hand in a hurry. UAM plating their second run here in the fourth, and they have runners on the corners. RBI single from Skylar Anderson, and now an RBI single from Mackenzie Rice. So a long conversation there with Terry Weber, again in her 13th season as the head coach for Southern Nazarene. And not her first time to be in this situation, trying to calm her players down. Elimination game. And here is Corey Parker. I've been impressed with her play at third base. Made a great play earlier in this one up against the fence, but she's 0 for 2 at the plate. Runner from first will go to second without a throw there as Mackenzie Rice takes second base. And, you know, in softball, just 60 feet between bases. It's hard to get a throw down with a runner at third. And so they just let the runner go and worry about the batter right now. But it does mean a hit into the outfield could probably score 2 pretty easily. 1-0, and there's a hit into the outfield, but it's foul. 1-1 the count to Corey Parker.
Corey leads it, or right behind Mackenzie Rice in her batting average, so someone UAM can count on to probably drive some of these runners in and extend their lead.
Not for sure, but you kind of get the feeling one way or another this might be the last batter for Brown. If she gets her out, well, the inning's over, but if she doesn't, they may bring in the new pitcher. And misses inside for a ball, 2-1. Again, Brooke Tate, just 1 win this year, 9 losses, a 7.45 ERA. So it's been basically Caitlin Brown all season long. This is her 42nd appearance pitching. 2-1 off a 1-hop. Shoemaker at short to first for the out. A run does come across for Arkansas Monticello on a couple of hits. There was an error and a runner left on base. And so we're going to the bottom of the fourth inning. UAM leads 2-0 against Southern Nazarene.
At the University of Arkansas at Monticello, yes you can.
For me, that meant that I could afford to go to college. When I was considering colleges, it was important to find one that my parents and I could afford.
So I was happy to find that I could attend the University of Arkansas at Monticello at one of the lowest costs of any four-year college in the state. Affordability, tradition, a great college experience.
It all comes together here at UAM.
At the University of Arkansas at Monticello, yes you can.
Enough. Yeah, I'm over it.
We shouldn't need commercials to tell you we're powerful.
No thanks. Genders don't play sports. Athletes do.
The GAC Sports Network welcomes you to the following presentation of the Great American Conference.
I knew Arkansas Tech had an impressive history,
but I didn't know that my professors would look out for my future.
I knew I'd be throwing fastballs on the field, but I didn't know I'd be on the fast track to physical therapy school.
I knew my art professors had years of experience, but I didn't know that I would get real-world experience before graduation.
I knew Tech was close to home, but I didn't know it would feel like home.
Tech has one of the highest graduation rates in the state. Come take a tour of campus and discover what else you don't know about Tech.
Bottom of the fourth inning, 2-0. Arkansas Monticello with the lead on Southern Nazarene. Update for you over at Bentonville West. Macy Wilson hitting a solo home run for Ouachita, and Arkansas Tech still with the lead, 2-1, as that game is in the bottom of the sixth inning now. 1 run on 4 hits for Ouachita, 2 runs on 6 hits for Arkansas Tech. Here at the Tiger Athletic Complex, at the plate is Caitlin Brown, then Riley Brown, and Mahina Sauer. So it'll be 3, 4, and 5 in the Crimson Storm batting order. Opportunity for Caitlin Brown to help out her own cause here at the plate. She struck out her first time up. This one out of play, 0-2 now the count as that one hits into the stands.
That always makes me nervous. I remember watching some of the Ouachita games this season, and those balls just fly over that net right into the stands. I'm like, help please.
Yeah. That one will miss low for a ball, 1-2. This might be an opportunity for Southern Nazarene. Brown's been on base once, and Sauer had a hard hit ball in the second that ended in a double play. One that will drop into left here from Caitlin Brown, and so her first base hit of this game comes on a bloop single to left field. Leadoff runner on. Riley Brown walked in the second inning, again was out on the double play line out. Southern Nazarene third baseman stands in with a .235 average, making her 41st start this season. And she'll swing away just over the top of the glove of the pitcher. Rice has to hurry just in time. Mackenzie Rice, the second baseman, over to Kaylee Freeman for the out.
Mackenzie's getting it done on both ends today.
She is.
Really leading their offense and has made some good defensive plays for UAM.
Mahina Sauer now at the plate. She had the hard hit ball in the second inning on the double play.
Yeah, she's definitely someone Southern Nazarene can really count on this season. Leading her team and 6th in the GAC this season, so she's definitely done some good things for them.
Coach Weber calling time. I don't know if she's going to have a pinch runner come in at second. I think she is. Yep. So Cheyenne Reynolds will come in and run for the pitcher, Brown. Two to nothing our score. Arkansas Monticello leading Southern Nazarene, and Crimson Storm here with one swing of the bat could have this game tied. Sauer will take ball one. She's tied for the team lead in home runs with 5. Sam Smith also has 5, and Hannah LeBeau with 5. Runner Reynolds at second with 1 out. The pitch to Sauer. She sends this one to left field. It is going to fall. One bounce in front of Herbner. Quick throw back in. And going down to second base on the throw will be Sauer. There was a high throw from Herbner. No chance for anybody to cut it off. And so that allowed Sauer to go to second base. A bit of a mistake on that throw. It might have got caught up in the wind. I don't know. Or she thought maybe Reynolds might try to score. And now there's going to be a conference in the pitching circle here for UAM. Pitch runner at second as well. And that's Logan Sunby coming in. Well, here's an opportunity for Southern Nazarene.
For sure, they've got 2 runners in scoring position and still in a good spot in their lineup. Looks like the Monticello coach might have been a little bit frustrated with that play too. I think there was a little bit of confusion whether or not the runner at third was going to try to go home or not.
Yeah, I think you're right. But, you know, only 1 out, probably a good decision there to just stay at third base and not force anything. Now a base hit into the outfield could possibly score you a couple of runs, and you've got the hitter at the plate in Hannah LeBeau. She had a double her last time up. Home plate umpire's had enough. He wants to break up that visit that seemed to linger on for a while. So this is the first real test here for Kendra Coleman coming in the 4th inning. She shut him down in order in the first. There was a leadoff error in the third, but she worked her way around that pretty easily. A 2-out double in the second, but that didn't cause her any problems either. So Reynolds is the base runner at third, and Sunby is the runner at second. The first pitch into LeBeau. Hannah LeBeau hitting .245, 26 runs batted in, doubles, a triple, and 5 home runs. So the Nazarene trying to turn the game here. And that hits LeBeau to load the bases. She'll take that.
She's so excited.
She is very excited.
I don't know if I'd be that excited after getting hit by a pitch.
It's the first time all year for Hannah LeBeau to be hit by a pitch. That's why she's fired up. Hey, I mean, it's conference tournament time. Let's have something happen for the first time. And Hannah LeBeau hit by the pitch. That kind of ignited everybody, I think. Kendall Freer-Christopher on the first pitch under the glove of Corey Parker. 1 run is in. Reynolds scores. Sunby scores standing up as well.
LeBeau is still jumping around out there on second. She was ready to take off as soon as Coleman got that pitch out. She was gone, no matter how it went.
You're right. You know, hitting off of the third baseman there probably slowed it down enough to where the left fielder couldn't come up and get it quick enough, scoring that second run. It's a 2 RBI single for Kendall Freer-Christopher. Okay, error there at third base. She swung so fast she didn't even give me time to say her full name this time. Kendall Freer-Christopher. I wanted to make sure I got that in. So 2 runs across for Southern Nazarene. They have tied the game. There is still only 1 out in the bottom of the 4th, and they still have 2 runners on base for Hope Martin. A 1-0 count to Martin. We've got a bit of a delay of some sort here. Martin was talking with the third base coach, I think. Martin will take for a strike. 1-1.
LeBeau on second hasn't attempted to steal any bases this season, but she looks like she's ready to go every time that pitch comes out.
1-1 foul back. Well, it's no secret when Southern Nazarene is pitching that it kind of develops slowly. They kind of take their time. But this inning has developed slowly for them, too, at the plate. A single, then an out, another single, then a hit batter, then an error. Had a little bit of everything. Martin takes for a ball. That probably changes your game plan with the pitcher, Caitlin Brown, because while they do still have activity in the Southern Nazarene bullpen, you could probably bring Brown back out now at this point, a 2-2 game. You probably want to have her ready to go.
Especially after she's been able to be off for a little while.
Get a little rest.
Not in a big rush turnaround if they went 1-2-3.
Here's a 3-2 to Martin. Stays alive on the foul ball. Well, they're in the top of the 7th over at Bentonville West. 2-1. Arkansas Tech leads Ouachita Baptist. Ouachita has played some teams closely here so far. Martin, drive caught at third, back to first for the double play. There is Corey Parker making another great play on defense. It is a double play to end the inning on a hard hit ball from Hope Martin. But Southern Nazarene does get 2 across, and we are tied at 2 after 4 here on the GAC Sports Network.
I knew that Arkansas Tech would help me stand out from the crowd.
But I didn't know I'd be standing out in front of the crowd.
I knew I wanted to be a part of Greek life.
But I didn't know Tech would change my life.
I knew Tech would help me become a leader.
But I didn't know Tech would lead me to graduate school.
I knew my art professors had years of experience, but I didn't know that I would get real-world experience before graduation.
It's easy to see why more than 12,000 students choose Tech. Come take a tour of campus and discover what else you don't know about Tech.
It's on us to stop sexual assault.
In any way that we can.
To get a friend home safe.
To never blame the victim.
It's on us.
To stand up.
To make our community safe for all.
It's on us.
It's on us to look out for each other at parties.
It's on us.
To be more than just a bystander.
To step up and say something.
It's on us. All of us.
To stop sexual assault. Learn how and take the pledge at itsonus.org.
After 4 innings, it's 2-2. Southern Nazarene and Arkansas Monticello. Well, I said in the start of the 4th inning it was anybody's game when it was 1-0. I think Monticello heard me. They added another run at that point, and then Southern Nazarene said, we're not done. We're just getting started. So who knows the way this one might go now. 2 runs on 3 hits for both sides. And Miranda Clendenin is up first, then Kendra Coleman and Kaylee Freeman. First pitch strike to Clendenin. She is 0 for 1 today. Flew out to left field in the 3rd. Was able to reach base in the 1st on a walk.
Yeah, lucky for UAM. This is a good part of their order. Obviously, you wish you could have Mackenzie Rice and Corey Parker back up there, but it's still a good spot for them to maybe score again in this inning.
I tell you, our cameraman Daniel has left his post more often than I've ever seen. He's trying to get all those foul balls that go his way. I shouldn't say left his post. He was close enough. He's kind of doing the outstretched arm. There he is. Show us, Daniel. Come on. Show us your move. Decided not to. Like Clendenin almost hit by that, backed out of the way.
Now, the hit by pitch statistic has always kind of shocked me because I think Maddie Dow has a tremendous amount more than anyone else close to her getting hit.
Yeah.
And it's like, do they just not get out of the way? Do they?
That's probably part of it.
Did they want to get hit? I mean, LeBeau clearly did. She was excited, but.
Yeah. You know, in that moment, I think for LeBeau, it loaded the bases and kind of started to put the pressure on UAM's pitching, so she was excited about that. Yeah, I mean, I can't speak from the coach's perspective, but I think a lot of times they are probably encouraged to take a hit for the team and get on base and keep the inning going. I mean, I'm sure if you asked Maddie Dow, would you rather hit a home run or get hit by a pitch, you'd probably take home run. But,
oh, for sure.
You know, either way, she's doing something positive for the team.
Just a funny statistic
to
be leading.
Yeah, that's true. There are a few people out there who would say, okay, that's going to be my goal, but probably not the #1 goal of most people to try to lead in that category. Clendenin at the plate, long at bat taking place here. Again, it is still Caitlin Brown pitching, now into her 5th inning of work. That one swung on and missed. Clendenin strikes out to start the 5th.
Yeah, Monticello actually, besides the 3 seniors, are kind of young. They've got 3 freshmen in their starting lineup and a sophomore as well. So they're obviously talented this year, but you can look and maybe think about them being just talented next year too.
Sure. Kendra Coleman at the plate. She walked her last time up in the 3rd. And she'll swing away at the first pitch. Popped up and is playable right there for Shoemaker. Kristen Shoemaker, the shortstop, makes the catch. Easy play for her. 2 down in the inning. Well, it has gone final over at Bentonville West. Arkansas Tech continues their season. 2-1 victory over Ouachita. And for the Tigers, their season comes to an end. And so Tech will be playing back over at this field a little bit later on. They will play the 4 o'clock game. And they'll play the winner of this game. So here's Kaylee Freeman. She walked in the 1st, flew out to left field in the 3rd. One-0 pitch to Freeman. Foul back 1-1.
The wind's picking up a little bit. You can definitely hear it up here, and I'm sure you can feel it out there.
So at this point, we've only had one lower seed pick up a win over a higher seed. That was Ouachita defeating East Central last night, but the 3 seed Arkansas Tech will stay alive. 1-1 delivery now, and that one missing the plate. 2 balls and a strike. Thing about coming out of the losers bracket now, as we see some SAU fans arrive with their dog. Animal-friendly park here. You've got to try to win a few extra games than if you stayed in the winners bracket. So I'll talk about that more here in just a moment. Ground ball out. James over to Freer Christopher. It's a 1-2-3 inning for Caitlin Brown. Bottom of the 5th, 2-2 the score. Back in a moment on the GAC Sports Network.
College students often talk about changing the world after they graduate. We are on a mission to do just that while still in school, applying academic excellence in our chosen areas of study in a range of undergraduate, graduate, and health science fields inspired by Christian values. Then taking those values into the world, equipped and focused on our mission to change it and ourselves for the better. Harding University.
Hi, Connor here to show you around SWOSU and why we love it here.
Well, your friends are more like family.
I love the sports and concerts at the Pioneer Cellular Event Center and more than 100 clubs.
The small class sizes, 100 fields of study, and a nationally recognized pharmacy college.
Close to OKC, the best place for me.
Come and see for yourself.
What makes Henderson a better choice in education? Is it the campus or the buildings? Is it class size or professors with PhDs? Is it the cost, the value? What is it about Henderson?
It's me.
A strong educational foundation from Henderson put Richard Jacobs on the road to becoming a doctor. Today, he's at the forefront of pediatric research and care. Henderson prepares today's students for tomorrow because what counts is what you become. Henderson State University.
Southern Nazarene coming to bat, bottom of the 5th inning in a 2-2 game. Crimson Storm and Blossoms all tied up here at the Tiger Athletic Complex. It is game 9 of the GAC tournament. Although game 10 has already gone final. Arkansas Tech winning against Washita 2-1. Here's Kristen Shoemaker, J.C. James, and Sam Smith. 9-1-2 in the Southern Nazarene batting order. After the first one was in for a strike, that one missing for a ball, 1-1. Shoemaker popping up on a bunt attempt in the 3rd inning. She was trying to advance the runner and couldn't do so. It's her only plate appearance so far. Can't find that one, and it's a ball and 2 strikes now. Well, Stormy, I don't think we'll be starting at 1 o'clock for our next game. I don't know, it could still happen, but it's going to be unlikely.
It could, but each team has to warm up a little bit in between the games, so you might be looking at a little bit later depending on how these next innings go. We're tied up, so unless someone can score, we might have to go extras.
Yeah, the top of the 5th went pretty fast. It was a 3-up, 3-down inning for Caitlin Brown pitching, and so Kendra Coleman will try to match that here. She's got the first out, Shoemaker striking out, and now James takes a strike. Struck out looking her first time up, the second baseman for Southern Nazarene. Able to reach base on a bunt in the 3rd. 1-1 the count. James, a freshman out of that leadoff spot in the lineup. That's got to be a confidence booster for her as a freshman for the head coach to put her there at the top. 255 average this season, 2 balls and a strike now.
Yeah, she's been one of their more consistent players, appearing in the majority of their games. Her spot pretty quickly.
Pop-up sent to shallow right. Mackenzie Rice going back, bobbled it once. Came up with it, though. She's played so well today, offense and defense. And
looks like she's smiling that one off a little bit, knowing that it was a close one.
Look at it one more time. Whoa. She got it, though. I think she may have said whoa.
Yeah. She's made some good defensive plays so far.
2 down in the inning. Here is Sam Smith. Nobody on base. You wonder how much the long game yesterday for Southern Nazarene will be wearing on them right now. It was a fairly quick turnaround. That was an evening game. Well, it was an afternoon game that turned into the evening.
And one that lasted forever.
Yep, 16 innings, defeating Henderson State 2-1. And, you know, have to turn around and play the first game of the day here today. And it's kind of one of these days where the temperature's just right for, you know, I don't know, you could fall asleep out there, I think. You wouldn't want to do that, though.
It does feel pretty good, but I think the wind is still a little bit of a factor today.
I think you're right.
Maybe not so much as yesterday, but definitely has a little bit of an effect on both pitching and hitting.
Smith swinging away and behind the count 0-2. We'll wait on that one. It's a ball and 2 strikes now. She struck out in the 3rd, grounded out in the 1st. That one missing low for a ball. 2-2. If Smith can reach, Caitlin Brown is up next.
Coleman's definitely looking to close this one out.
And here comes the pitch, foul back. Coleman first was shaking her head no out there. She didn't like the pitch selection that she was asked to throw, decided to throw something else instead. Two balls, two strikes, two outs. And this one popped up on the infield. Clendenin, the shortstop, over to make the play. Another 1-2-3 inning on the other side this time. And so after 5 innings complete, we've got a tie game here on the GAC Sports Network.
Opportunity begins here.
Southeastern Oklahoma State University.
Seize your opportunity. Soar to new heights with our nationally accredited aviation program.
Seize your opportunity.
Southeastern's renowned education program has launched thousands of teaching careers.
Seize your opportunity.
From occupational safety, health and business to behavioral and natural sciences.
Seize your opportunity.
Southeastern Oklahoma State University.
SC.edu.
Log on now
and seize your opportunity.
Well, one of the teams for our next game, Southern Arkansas and Harding. Southern Arkansas playing a little bit of hacky sack. I think they're going to have a little bit of time to do that before they have to really start getting warmed up. Probably be a little bit delayed to their, what was supposed to be a 1 o'clock start.
Yeah, I think going into this next game they're about to play, there is a lot of pressure. It is.
But wait a minute, they're playing hacky sack with their hands there. I think it's supposed to be played with your feet, right?
But I guess if they're softball players, using their feet wouldn't make that much sense.
That's true.
So
I like your thinking there.
I think they like to just chill out, not worry about what's the game coming, just kind of relax and have some fun with their teammates.
Looked like that's what was happening there. Well, two sides starting to swing the bat a little more freely there, and very quickly Jordan Herbner pops up for the first out. And so a little string of retired batters here for Caitlin Brown. She has retired 5 in a row after giving up an RBI single back in the 4th inning. I'll bring up Ashton Curry and Kaylin Bullock after that. 2-2 our score, top of the 6th inning. Curry laid down a sacrifice bunt in the 4th inning and struck out in the 2nd inning. Curry, a junior, hitting .240. Caitlin Brown taking that one up high, or throwing that one up high to Curry. So again, Caitlin Brown has pitched a ton of innings here in the tournament. She actually pitched the first game of the regular season series against UAM, and Monticello was able to get to her in that one. She only went 3 2/3, gave up 8 earned runs. Pitched a lot better here in this one today. 1 down, nobody on, top of the 6th. Ashton Curry at the plate. And Curry will take for a strike, making it 2-2.
Yeah, it looks like Caitlin's been able to contain them a little more than she did in the regular season. Maybe having that experience against them, she kind of knows what works a little bit better now.
Brown was looking for the strike there, did not get the call. Well, the winner of this one will have a big test in front of them, having to take on Arkansas Tech, who last year won 49 games, made it to the Super Regional Finals, basically the same team back this year, and Tech playing pretty well right now. Outside of a base running blunder, they could have very well beaten SAU yesterday. They had the bases loaded and nobody out. Hit into a triple play.
Yeah, I know, I saw that.
That was wild.
First one I've ever seen.
Me too.
I've heard of it, but even talking to people are like, no, that never happens. I was like, well, it happened yesterday and I saw it.
So you're the rookie and you get something like that your first time. Broadcasters wait a long time to see plays like that.
Guess I got lucky.
Ground ball on the infield, hard hit ball. Stopped by Shoemaker, but no play there. She kept it on the infield. That's all she could do with a quick rolling ball that almost went up through the middle, but it's a one-out single for Ashton Curry. So Kaylin Bullock will be at the plate with 1 out, 1 on, and Monticello will try to string together a couple of hits here to get a run maybe. Popped up out of play. A couple of ground outs for the designated player today, so still looking for her first hit. .61 degrees outside right now here in Bentonville, and just a couple of clouds off in the distance up in the sky, but other than that, wonderful day. 0-1 will miss high and outside for a ball, 1-1. Looking ahead to that next game, Harding took all 4 games in the regular season against Southern Arkansas, but 2 of them decided by 1 run, and another one was decided by just 2 runs. Bullock, line drive, caught. Shoemaker back to first, not in time. Kristen Shoemaker, the shortstop, was in position.
It was a good heads-up play by Curry, knowing that she couldn't go much farther. As we've seen some people on first jumping a little too early or too far, not being able to get back on that play and getting out on plays like that. So it was a good play by Curry to get back there quickly.
Yep, that's the second out. Brings up Skylar Anderson. Well, Anderson's done her job here out of the bottom spot in the lineup. She walked in the second inning and had an RBI single in the 4th. That scored Herbner. Second run of the game for UAM. 0-1 is up high for a ball, 1-1. Well, Joey McWilliams is going to jump in for game 3 over here today, but at this pace, he might have time to show up before this one ends. But, you know, we can't complain. We've actually had some fairly fast-paced games yesterday on this field.
Yeah, they went by quick.
And the games just kept moving along, low-scoring games. This is a low-scoring game, but a lot of strategy taking place in this one as season is on the line. 1 ball, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. Runner at first. Brown finds the pitch she wants. And here it comes to Anderson. Pulled, strike 3. That'll end the inning. No runs, 1 hit with 1 left on. We're going to the bottom of the 6th. Still tied, UAM and Southern Nazarene.
Southern Nazarene University was just ranked the best college in the state of Oklahoma by Money Magazine. That's big news, but it's not a surprise to us. Money ranks SNU as one of the top 50 colleges you can actually get into, and in the top 50 most affordable private colleges in the nation. Why travel when Southern Nazarene University is right here in Bethany, Oklahoma? Inspired academic excellence in a success-driven environment. Southern Nazarene University, the best college in Oklahoma.
So, can I see you again?
I'm free on Black Forest Hand Day.
There's a Subway 350 sub of the day to help you remember life's important days.
We got married in June.
On Tuna Day. Every day a different 350 6-inch sub. Every day of the week. Every sub contains no artificial flavors. At just $3.50, it's a great sub at a great price.
Her name is Terry.
She was born on
Sweet Onion Chicken Teriyaki Day.
The 350 sub of the day. Every day of the week at Subway.
College is my time to find myself and start my future. That's why I chose SWASU. Going up.
15 nationally accredited academic programs and nearly 100 clubs, all for me.
Thanks to this state-of-the-art nursing lab, he'll be better in no time.
And our brand new Pioneer Cellular Event Center for sports, concerts, and cool events.
All for me!
Oh, it's for me, it's for me.
The focus is you.
I knew Arkansas Tech had an impressive history,
but I didn't know that my professors would look out for my future.
I knew I'd be throwing fastballs on the field, but I didn't know I'd be on the fast track to physical therapy school.
I knew my art professors had years of experience, but I didn't know that I would get real-world experience before graduation.
I knew Tech was close to home, but I didn't know it would feel like home.
Tech has one of the highest graduation rates in the state. Come take a tour of campus and discover what else you don't know about Tech.
We are in the bottom of the 6th inning. 2 runs on 4 hits right now for Arkansas Monticello. 2 runs on 3 hits for Southern Nazarene. And Caitlin Brown will be up first for the Crimson Storm, then Riley Brown and Mahina Sauer. 3, 4, 5 in the batting order for Southern Nazarene University. A single and a run scored for Brown back in the 4th, and she will swing at the first pitch. No play there for the catcher, Ashton Curry, but she gave it her best effort as it went over the fence.
This is a good part of the lineup for Southern Naz to have out there if they want to score and maybe win this game out of this inning.
This is where they got their runs back in the 4th inning. Another foul back, and it's 0-2. Brown and Sauer both with singles in the 4th inning. That inning had a little bit of everything. Kendra Coleman still pitching for UAM. They have Kaylee Freeman that they could go to. She pitched yesterday. The 1-2 on a line past the second baseman Rice. No opportunity for her to come up with that one. A leadoff single for Caitlin Brown. So she has 2 hits in the game. Well, Stormy, you got to probably consider playing small ball here to advance the runner, but you've got your top hitters here at the plate. So do you let them swing away? Do you try to lay down a bunt? We're going to find out here in a minute.
Yeah, there's no outs. I mean, it's kind of really up to the coach on what they want to call. They don't have any outs and they have a runner on, so maybe try to advance, or I mean, swinging away would be just as beneficial. Looks like she's going to swing away.
Yeah, I don't know. She showed the bunt there at first and pulled the bat back. Dropped for a ball, so 1-0. Walked in the 2nd inning, grounded out in the 4th. Think about this situation, you make some sort of contact and you could probably advance the runner. Doesn't necessarily have to be the bunt, but if you pop it up and it goes foul, so just a strike. Good heads-up play there by Ashton Curry when she realized she couldn't catch it. She noticed the spin on it, it was going to come back into foul territory. Could still try to lay down the bunt. Remember, they tried to do that in the 5th and popped one up in the air too, so. That one way outside for a ball, 2-1.
Yeah, maybe the coach is thinking because of how that last bunt attempt went, maybe swinging away would be better.
Brown, a .235 batting average, 19 runs batted in. And she is going to swing away. It is caught. The shortstop makes the catch. Miranda Clendenin. She timed it perfectly on the jump.
Yeah, Caitlin Brown did a great job of getting back quickly after she made that play.
She sure did. That almost looked like it was in slow motion for a moment. The way Clendenin waited on it, then made the leap. One out, one on. Mahina Sauer at the plate. Single and a run scored in the fourth. And she lined out into a double play in the second. Takes for a ball. It's 2-0.
Yeah, Mahina's only a freshman for the Crimson Storm, so seeing how well she's done this season, I think she could be someone they can look forward to having for the next 3 years on their team.
374 batting average.
Yeah.
12 doubles, 5 home runs. She's driven in 34. Tied for second with most hits on the team at 46. Two one, misses below the knees for a ball. 3-1. Kendra Coleman has been able to limit her walks in this game. Only walked one batter. This one turned on and sent to right field, but Skylar Anderson is there to make the catch. So that's the second out now in the inning in the bottom of the sixth. We wonder at what point where when does Terry Weber say, here we go again? They had the 16-inning game last night and stuck in a 2-2 game right now. That one in for a strike to Hannah LeBeau. She's been on base both times, hit by a pitch in the fourth. We saw the excitement from her on her first time being hit by a pitch this year, and a double in the second inning. Popped up, and Ashton Curry didn't quite know where it was at. Both teams with 2 runs on 4 hits so far.
Yeah, it might not just be the wind that's having an effect today, but the sun's really no clouds in the sky, hardly. Hard to track the ball when it gets up pretty high.
So 2 strikes on LeBeau, and that one will miss inside as well. We saw both of the teams in the next game warming up a little bit earlier, but now I think realization has set in that they're not going to be starting right at 1 o'clock, so they're all just kind of camped out watching at this point. At least Harding is. Over to our right.
Sure, as they used to, in the same. Or they're playing another round of hacky sack or dancing.
Yeah,
I remember them watching them dance yesterday.
There's Harding, number 2 team in the nation. They've already won 2 games here at the tournament. They know they've got a challenge coming up next against Southern Arkansas. Time called for the pitching coach to come out and visit with the entire infield for UAM. Kendra Coleman in her second start here in the tournament. Press box crew letting me know 102 pitches right now for Coleman, but I mean, hey, she's got what, another 130 to go or so to match some of the other pitchers. Over 500 combined pitches between Sorensen and Brown in the game last night. Joey made the comment if they had gotten to 5-digit pitch counts for the whole year, and I was just worried that those two were going to get to 4 digits combined. Didn't want that last night. So Hannah LeBeau at the plate, 3-2 the count with 2 outs. And here comes the pitch, swung on and missed. That ends the inning. Don't need to throw down. That's the 3rd out. No runs a hit, 1 left on, and we are heading to the 7th. Still locked in a tie between UAM and Southern Nazarene.
At the University of Arkansas at Monticello, yes you can.
For me, that meant that I could afford to go to college. When I was considering colleges, it was important to find one that my parents and I could afford. So I was happy to find that I could attend the University of Arkansas at Monticello at one of the lowest costs of any four-year college in the state. Affordability, tradition, a great college experience. It all comes together here at UAM.
At the University of Arkansas at Monticello, yes you can.
Enough. Yeah, I'm over it. We shouldn't need commercials to tell you we're powerful. No thanks. Genders don't play sports. Athletes do.
We are tied at 2, entering the 7th inning. Southern Nazarene's Caitlin Brown in the pitching circle will continue on, and she is going to have a tough task here. Mackenzie Rice will be up first. The only question is she going to swing at the first pitch? That's what she's been doing. A home run to start the game in the first. Hard line out to center field in the second. That one was not on the first pitch. The home run was. And then she swung at the first pitch in the 4th inning and got an RBI single out of the deal. So
this is the part of UAM's lineup that they definitely want at the end to finish this game.
Absolutely.
Mackenzie's done a great job over the season and in the tournament too, really pushing the pace for her team's offense and keeping them in.
You can probably hear it on the broadcast. We can't quite from here, but there's probably some of that cheering, chanting that you were talking about earlier.
I'm sure they have one for every player in the lineup.
Brooke Tate warming up again for Southern Nazarene, so see if they need her or not. Brown ready to go. The first pitch to Rice, that off-speed delivery, and Rice takes it for a strike. The bottom just fell out of that pitch.
Yeah, you see the ball drop like that and kind of take Mackenzie by surprise, thinking it might be a little bit high.
Good pitch to start her off with, too, with the way she has been swinging the bat. 0-1, and that one will miss for a ball. 1-1. Field in great shape here. Still see a little remnants of near back behind second base of the water that was out there yesterday. Looks a little darker. 1-1, Rice to left field. Coming in is Sunby to make the catch.
Yeah, anything out there her way, she's going to get it done. She's done a great job out there in left field, making a lot of defensive plays for the Crimson Storm.
She sure has. See it one more time. Once again, good contact from Mackenzie Rice, hitting the ball really hard in this game. One out, nobody on. Corey Parker. Parker with 3 home runs, 9 doubles this year. Takes up high for a ball, 1-0. Looking for a first base hit in this game. A couple of flyouts and a ground out. She's 0 for 3.
Yeah, she seems kind of like she's due for a hit, so this would be a great time to get that.
That's true, a .310 batting average. A ball 2-0. Outside of Mackenzie Rice, the next 4 in the lineup have not been able to get a hit.
Hoping that maybe they're all due for a hit at this point.
Off of the glove of Brown. Shoemaker picks it up. She'll throw, but it's late. Infield hit for Corey Parker, and there's her first hit of the day. So Alvy Early is going to have a pitch runner at first. That will be Aubrey Head, number 14 there. There is one out, but still an important base runner there. And Coach Alvy Early wants a pitch runner because remember Corey Parker, as we've said yesterday, caught a line drive off of her leg and has not been moving too well because of that. So get somebody in with a little more speed. And Miranda Clendenin at the plate. Clendenin had a home run yesterday. Take outside for a ball, 1-0. 262 average for the freshman. She has 10 doubles, 7 home runs. A lot of power for the shortstop. 1-0 misses. 2 balls, no strikes. Caitlin Brown has now thrown 123 pitches. And not done just yet.
I don't know how she's still out there pitching as well as she is.
Pop up left field. Sunby at the track makes the catch. Aubrey had thought about tagging, decided not to. She'll stay at first base.
Another great play by Sunby out there in left field. Seriously, anything that's flown out there to her, she's been right on it.
That one got up in the air. I didn't think it was going to go that far, but Sunby had it in her eyesight the whole time. She knew right where it was going to go. Got in perfect position. Well, here's Kendra Coleman. If she ever had a time to help her own cause for what she's done pitching, it's right now at the plate. She could come through with a big hit. On the corner for a strike. Weevil not stop. Is that the hashtag, or was just going hashtag Weevil there? It'd be a long hashtag.
Yeah, and maybe
Gotta go
it'd
to
be
2
one
rows of the
line.
shirt.
Yeah. Maybe it'd be one line if it was a full hashtag.
But see,
so.
I don't understand the hashtags. You know, I don't know. Yeah, probably right. Probably be one line. But don't get confused. It's the blossoms out here, not the weevils, right? Our producer, Matt Jenkins, says my age is showing when I try to talk about hashtags, so maybe I won't do that anymore. 1-1. Trust me, I teach high school kids. My age shows every day now, so. 1-2 the count, 2 outs, runner on at first. Caitlin Brown against Kendra Coleman. And that one will miss. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Coleman, a pair of pop-ups. She did walk in the 3rd inning, her only time that she's been on base. A .298 batting average for the senior. And here comes the 2-2. Coleman swinging at the high pitch, fouls it back. Well, you know Coleman wants to come through with something big here. And Brown trying to give her team a chance in the bottom of the inning.
Both have done great on the pitching side, so I know that Kendra would like to translate that into.
Coleman right back to Brown. That will end the inning. So we are heading to the bottom of the 7th. We are tied at 2 here on the GAC Sports Network.
knew that Arkansas Tech would help me stand out from the crowd.
But I didn't know I'd be standing out in front of the crowd.
I knew I wanted to be a part of Greek life.
But I didn't know Tech would change my life.
I knew Tech would help me become a leader.
But I didn't know Tech would lead me to graduate school.
I knew my art professors had years of experience, but I didn't know that I would get real-world experience before graduation.
It's easy to see why more than 12,000 students choose Tech. Come take a tour of campus and discover what else you don't know about Tech.
It's on us to stop sexual assault.
In any way that we can.
To get a friend home safe.
To never blame the victim.
It's on us.
To stand up.
To make our community safe for all.
It's on us.
It's on us to look out for each other at parties.
It's on us.
To be more than just a bystander.
To step up and say something.
It's on us. All of us.
To stop sexual assault.
Learn how and take the pledge at itsonus.org.
College students often talk about changing the world after they graduate. We are on a mission to do just that while still in school, applying academic excellence in our chosen areas of study in a range of undergraduate, graduate, and health science fields inspired by Christian values. Then taking those values into the world, equipped and focused on our mission to change it and ourselves for the better. Harding University.
It's the bottom of the 7th inning. Arkansas, Monticello, and Southern Nazarene all tied up at 2. And on the first pitch, Kendall Freer Christopher. She did that last time up. I don't have time to even say her full name. Pop up to right field for the first out. So very quickly, 1 up and 1 down. And it brings up Hope Martin and Kristen Shoemaker. Southern Nazarene scored both of their runs in the 4th inning. And Arkansas Monticello scored 1 in the 1st and 1 in the 4th.
Yeah, it's been a little while since either team has scored, so hopefully for Southern Naz's sake, they don't have to go extra innings and they can finish it out in the bottom of this one.
Martin pop up on the infield. The pitcher will call everybody off. Coleman makes the catch. What's the longest volleyball game you ever played in as far as points?
I went, I think 32-30.
All right.
But I've known some people that go 38-36, and that just sounds miserable.
Not that much longer than what you had to do. But
I know, but it's exhausting.
Yeah, I got you.
You think, why can't we put 2 points together?
Yeah, yep. It's Kristen Shoemaker at the plate. 2 down, nobody on. And the shortstop is 0 for 2 today. She struck out in the 5th and tried to bunt in the 3rd, but popped it up. And so after Shoemaker goes 0 for 2, Reynolds now in, and she'll swing away. Left fielder there, the basket catch. And so Reynolds can't get anything accomplished, and we have played 7. We're heading to extra innings here at the Tiger Athletic Complex on the GAC Sports Network.
Hi, Connor here to show you around SWASU and why we love it here.
Well, your friends are more like family.
I love the sports and concerts at the Pioneer Cellular Event Center and more than 100 clubs.
The small class sizes, 100 fields of study, and a nationally recognized pharmacy college.
Close to OKC, the best place for me. Come and see for yourself.
What makes Henderson a better choice in education? Is it the campus or the buildings? Is it class size or professors with PhDs? Is it the cost, the value? What is it about Henderson?
It's me.
A strong educational foundation from Henderson put Richard Jacobs on the road to becoming a doctor. Today, he's at the forefront of pediatric research and care. Henderson prepares today's students for tomorrow because what counts is what you become. Henderson State University.
We are in the top of the 8th inning. Thanks for being with us. Michael Westbrook along with Stormy Leonard. 2-2 our score between UAM and Southern Nazarene. It would not be a conference tournament without an extra inning game here on the main field. So we'll see what happens here in the 8th inning. For Southern Nazarene, it's their second extra inning game of the tournament now. The last one, as we've alluded to a time or two, went 16 innings against Henderson State yesterday. And that was over at Memorial Park. First pitch swinging for Kaylee Freeman, and it is very quickly one out. Kristen Shoemaker, the shortstop, makes the play, and so a very quick out here to start the extra frame, Stormy.
Yes, but UAM does have Jordan Erbner coming up, and she's been able to do pretty well in this game, so hopefully she can get something started for UAM. Or in Southern Nazarene's sake, hopefully she doesn't, and they can get up to bat and finish out the game in the bottom of the inning.
Yeah, so scored a run in the 4th inning. Jordan Erbner did. That one will miss for a ball, 1-0. It is still Caitlin Brown's show in the circle, and I imagine she's going to be pitching for quite a while if she was able to go 16 last night. But there has been pretty consistent activity over in the bullpen for Southern Nazarene. Hard hit ground ball right at the first baseman, though, and Kendall Freer-Christopher touches the bag for the out. So 2 up and 2 down. Ashton Curry coming to the plate. She has a hit in this game. Single in the 6th inning, her last time at the plate. If you're tuning in early for Southern Arkansas and Harding, we're obviously going to not start that one at 1 o'clock at this point. We'll have around 30 minutes in between games by the time this one ends, so kind of start to do the math there. I'm probably looking at 1:30 or so if this one was to end anytime soon. Ashton Curry takes ball 1. Again, that single in the 6th. She struck out in the 2nd and laid down a sac bunt in the 4th. Definitely hear the chanting going on now between the two teams. 1-0 pitch, swung on, lifted to left, and this one is off of the glove of Sunby. A fair ball, she can't find it. At second base is the runner, Ashton Curry. And Sunby had made so many plays in left field.
That was a tough one. That was definitely the toughest one that's been out there, almost right on the line, trying to make that diving catch, and it got out of her.
Well, it looked like if she just let it fall, it was going to be fair, so she had to make a play on it, had to try to do something. Could not find the ball when she got up, and infielder had to come all the way out and pick up that ball. So 2 outs, Ashton Curry with a double standing at second base. Go ahead run there at second now. Sunby almost made a great play to end the inning.
Freshman Bullock's up next, hoping to, I mean, she's been doing well this game, so hoping to maybe drive that run in and take the lead.
She had a line out to the shortstop her last time up. And so Brown brings things to a halt here, slowing it down, now ready to go. Swung on and missed for strike 1. Skylar Anderson waiting on deck if they get to her. Right now, the important runner is at second base. Curry with the 2-out double. Brown sends home the 0-1. That's a strike. Taken by Bullock for strike 2. Curry putting a pretty good swing on the bat on the ball a moment ago, and Sunby just missed the diving catch. 0-2 is high and outside for a ball, 1-2. Arkansas Monticello, the 4 seed in the tournament, 12 games above 500, 34-22 their record. Bullock ready to go. Here comes the 1-2 pitch, and it's popped up on the infield. First baseman has it. Kendall Freer-Christopher makes the catch. A 2-out double for Ashton Curry, but nothing happening there. We go to the bottom of the 8th inning. Tied at 2 on the GAC Sports Network.
I knew that Arkansas Tech would help me stand out from the crowd.
But I didn't know I'd be standing out in front of the crowd.
I knew I wanted to be a part of Greek life.
But I didn't know Tech would change my life.
I knew Tech would help me become a leader.
But I didn't know Tech would lead me to graduate school.
I knew my art professors had years of experience, but I didn't know that I would get real-world experience before graduation.
It's easy to see why more than 12,000 students choose Tech. Come take a tour of campus and discover what else you don't know about Tech.
It's on us to stop sexual assault.
In any way that we can.
To get a friend home safe.
To never blame the victim.
It's on us.
To stand up.
To make our community safe for all.
It's on us.
It's on us to look out for each other at parties.
It's on us.
To be more than just a bystander.
To step up and say something.
It's on us. All of us.
To stop sexual assault.
Learn how and take the pledge at itsonus.org.
College students often talk about changing the world after they graduate. We are on a mission to do just that while still in school, applying academic excellence in our chosen areas of study in a range of undergraduate, graduate, and health science fields inspired by Christian values. Then taking those values into the world, equipped and focused on our mission to change it and ourselves for the better. Harding University.
Welcome back to the Tiger Athletic Complex. We're in the bottom of the 8th inning. 2-2 game between Arkansas Monticello and Southern Nazarene. Stormy, you know, we have a lot of great people in the GAC that do a lot for us. Our sports information directors flood us with information. Now, I'm going to say this now because in the next game, he'll actually be on the radio and won't hear me. But sources tell me that the person sitting 2 seats down from me has a birthday today. Nathan Looney, sports information, part of the sports information staff at Harding. So happy birthday, Nathan.
Happy birthday.
And we got a base hit to start the bottom of the 8th inning. J.C. James, top of the lineup for Southern Nazarene. A leadoff single, and we'll see how Terry Weber plays this now. Got to try to advance the runner at this point. Sam Smith at the plate. Smith looking for a first base hit. I don't know if that's what she'll be trying to do here or not. Ground out, a strikeout, and a flyout. She's had a little bit of everything. Takes for a ball.
Looks like she might be trying to bunt to advance that runner.
Well, you've heard of the rally cap. Look at this young fan here. We got the sand bucket cap on. I don't know if they know that they need a rally right now.
Whatever works.
1-0, there's the bunt down the first base line. That's a perfectly placed bunt, and the out is recorded with Mackenzie Rice covering the bag from the throw from Kaylee Freeman. And so runner goes to second base. J.C. James in scoring position. Only one out. Caitlin Brown with a base hit in the 6th inning. And in the 4th, she also scored a run. It's a 2-for-3 day for Caitlin Brown. And there's going to be a pitch runner. Well, maybe not. Maybe not. Out of the dugout was someone who looked like they were going to take the field and decided not to. J.C. James, 4 for 4 stealing bases, so you know she has a little bit of speed. Takes a big leap off of second base after the pitch. 1-0 the count. Riley Brown waiting on deck. Right now, Caitlin Brown. And Brown will swing away, foul it back. 1-1. Brown trying to pick up the win in the pitching circle, also trying to bring home the run here with a runner in scoring position now.
Yeah, they definitely want to get on base and bring up Mahina Sauer being their top hitter on the team. Definitely be a good person to have up there to try to finish this game.
Another one fouled back. Southern Nazarene dugout has gotten a little bit louder now. Not actually in the dugout. As we mentioned yesterday, they hang out outside of the dugout. And Brooke Goad having a conversation down there for SAU with our crew. You know, you got to find something to pass the time while you wait. You play your game. I hope that Brooke is giving hitting lessons to Daniel. Daniel's getting a lot of airtime in this one. Fly ball to right field, and Mackenzie Rice, she can't find the ball. It bounces away from her, and the runner goes from second to third. Well, it was shallow right, a long run for Skylar Anderson. She slowed up when it looked like Rice was going to make the play, and it just bounced right behind her. Southern Nazarene has the winning run 60 feet away. Instead of 2 outs and a runner at second, it's 1 out and runners on the corners. Here is Riley Brown. And time will be called by Ashton Curry to go talk with Kendra Coleman. Now I wonder what Southern Nazarene will do here. Will they automatically send Brown from first to second on this first pitch? Try to get 2 runners in scoring position, eliminate that force-out play? Or will they just leave her at first and not worry about that? The only one they worry about right now is the runner at third. If she scores, it would be over. So Riley Brown at the plate. Showing bunt. We'll see if she actually swings. Takes for a strike.
I think with 1 out, you can be a little bit riskier on what you're calling Riley Brown to do. But definitely don't want to play into a double play.
See what Terry Weber has designed here for this play. Hard hit ball through the left side on the infield. It's a base hit. Southern Nazarene scores. J.C. James plates the winning run off of the RBI single from Riley Brown. Southern Nazarene 3, Arkansas Monticello 2 in 8 innings. Riley Brown, the hero, with the RBI single in the 8th. And Arkansas Monticello, who is sitting 10th in the regional rankings, will see their season come to an end at 34 and 23. 3 runs on 6 hits and 2 runs on 6 hits for UAM. Your final thoughts on this one, Stormy?
I mean, obviously you hate for that to happen to UAM, as they were hoping to maybe try to get in that regional tournament, but a great game played by Southern Naz with Caitlin Brown getting the win and just continuing to pitch well after pitching so much.
3-2 is the final as Southern Nazarene moves on. For Stormy Leonard, I'm Michael Westbrook. So long for now on the GAC Sports Network.